will do.
Set
Chris
your
will flip his lid if you
reset
don't.
your API, mate. No, I won't. No, I won't. Reset your APIs, mate. Your hands up isn't working.
Put your hands up. Destroy.
Oh yeah, it's not.
I'll have to. Oh yeah, I know why that is. That'll be because one of the APIs need to be updated, which I forgot to do. So for now, there is no raise hands, and you've all got to be civil to each other. Until I saw it. But yes, so obviously I can see that Gladra's done a D20. Does everybody else want to roll me a D20?
I'm going to
Really
stick with
good.
the 18, I think. Oh, there it is. Jules, represent Dragonborn, 2 18s. Ooh.
Actually, you have to roll another D20.
Oh, that doesn't sound.
Do I?
Yeah, I can imagine on a 5.
Alright, 1, 2,
Where's
3,
Lo?
4, 5. You got Jules, Ori, yep. Am I missing anybody? What about Valtesh? Where's your D20?
18. Right at the top. First one I rolled.
I need a new one. I told you, man, I used that for something else.
Huzzah!
Ooh, 13. It's alright, because it means that Ori, what happened last time?
Oh
Yeah,
God.
buddy.
Okay. Right.
We're going for the lowest,
Seconds.
aren't we? This week?
So, last time we entered Bavaria. We decided to go into the pub and where we found a man who was looking quite nervous, and there were 3 women sitting around a table who looked like Vistani women. Jules decided to just immediately start calling everybody wench, which did not go down too well. And then I can't remember what happened next. Oh yeah, we were kind of like choosing whether to have drinks or not, just having a bit of a look around the place. Ori decided to sneak off to look upstairs, found a couple of things, like a diary and a doll. We discovered that the bartender was getting like abused by his sisters. Valtesh and Ori tried to kind of resolve this situation, but it didn't really go that well, and the bartender just wanted to stay. But the man decided to ask us for his help and if we could go to his house to help with some stuff. Aurelia and Gladra, and I can't remember if Jules went. Jules did go, didn't he? All went to the shop to buy some provisions. And then, hang on 2 seconds, sorry, I'm a little bit lost. Yeah, it's only because I've got my book. Hang on. Oh yeah. What the fuck am I talking about? I feel like this is not as accurate as when the rest of you guys do this.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite impressed with this so far.
Into a mansion.
Yeah, I was going to say you can throw some bits out there.
Ori, Jules, and Valtesh go with Ismark to see his house and to help out. His sister needs help. There's things that come along in the night time. And then something about burying their dad, and going to a crypt, and then everybody meets there, but I can't remember.
Yeah, that's basically like a big sum. I have written out a big story paragraph about it, but just to sum this all up, yep, you all grew to level 3 at the end of Death House, as it was called. You started now Curse of Strahd. You entered Barovia. You decided as you were going through the empty, bleak streets, which there wasn't anybody around, you decided to ignore all the houses and all the boarded up windows and everything like that, and not investigate any of those areas, and go straight towards the center of town, where the only sound you could actually hear was the hysteric crying of somebody. You decided to ignore that, and you went into the local bar, where yep, there was 3 women, which turned out to be the owners, as you said, and then there was.
We have our priorities sorted. Crying, no. Boarded up windows, no. Bar, yes.
Exactly. There was a bartender, Eric, who seemed very, very idle, not really there. Ori decided to go off, found a small doll saying it's not fun, it's not blinking on it. That was hidden with his diary in his room, which is nothing more like a broom closet. You had the 3 Vistani, which were, well, they're actually called Mortu. They were ex-Vistani, as they announced they got kicked out. The 3 women were Alenka, Mirabelle, and Sorvia. Mirabelle had the hots for, well, basically everybody, but, you know, was having a particular splendid time with Jules. And then, yeah, it turns out that they actually own the bar.
I thought it was Valtesh.
No, it was Jules. I mean, she kind of liked everybody, but, you know, like, he was calling her wench, she quite enjoyed it. Wench 1, Wench 2, Wench 3. Exactly, Jules. So, yeah, glad you decided to pay the fee for a week, and obviously have the room. You had Aurelio and Gladra who wanted to go get some supplies. I believe Jules went with them as well. Obviously, went to the shop, got a few bits, came back, and Aurelia essentially called it for not exactly there, but she crafted some sort of strange instruments, such as a bag of holding and, you know, is it Eyes of Night?
Goggles of the Night.
Goggles of the Night, that was it. During the night, Gladra wanted to get, obviously, his gems looked at. They turned out not to be magical. And also, while you guys were out, as you said, yeah, you were trying to make a big plan to get the bartender away. Turns out that he's just a simpleton who doesn't mind having a bottle thrown at him or two. However, the strange man, Ismark, was trying to call for your help, yours and Valtesh's. You guys decided not to try to murder the actual Vistani who owned the place, and instead help this guy out after getting Jules to come with you. While the other two retired to the room, and you guys tried getting Gladra's money back after Ismark said that obviously he can look after you if you help his sister, which was what he was asking you for, to help get his sister Irina into some form of safety, which is in grave danger by the Dark Lord Strahd. You guys went along to the mansion. You astonished her a bit. She was a bit wary of you. Then you all went in. Ismark was like, "Hey, look, check out these guys." You went in, and then you saw a dead body, which was their father in a coffin, which they'd made, just casually chilling there. As per, turns out he had a heart attack. So obviously the entire place was being attacked pretty much nightly until he died, and then it hasn't been attacked at all. And then Irina's having a go at Ismark because obviously, yeah, all he cares about is getting rid of her, and their dead father's right behind them. So you guys are really nice and decide after a lot of persuading to actually help out. So you said that you'll do it in the morning because that's obviously, the safest time anyway. During the actual walk there, you guys went past a house where Ismark just looked really upset, saying that the owners seems to be in dismay. Something might have happened to her little daughter. Like she's kept sort of precious and away from the world. And then Jules saw an elderly lady going around selling pies and really, really wanted one. Yep, that was Ismark said that was called Granny. She was called Granny, sorry. Selling her dream pies. He's never really had one, but everyone's always craving them. Absolutely loves them. During that night, quite kindly next to your bed, Jules, was obviously a dream pie, and you had the best dreams in the world. You didn't even want to wake up. They were absolutely amazing. However, during that night, something strange did happen, and there was a big ordeal which Ori, Valtesh, and Jules decided to check out. However, Gladra decided to, board her up the bottom of the door, and Aurelia went back to sleep.
I was having none of it.
Ori was having a bit of a moment, and in the morning they woke up, and Ismark went to go fetch the other two from the bar and return them and bring them to the church, where you said that you'd all agree. What was my moment? With the raven. Oh yeah. Another thing I forgot to mention as well was that before leaving to go help the mansions, I think Ori tried to, at first, be kind and decide she'll be just going to bitch moment after remembering that the Vistani was saying that you should go see Madame Eva because she can help you with the Dark Lord, of which you guys had actually agreed to go to this place to do in the first place and kind of forgot about it a little bit. And that she told you that when you were to leave Barovia going west, when it forks, you should take the north road. That you were like, haha, go fuck yourselves, and you went off. And you guys, after carrying the delightful coffin all the way over to the church, you have all just met up, and you started going towards. Oh, your thing's done enough. You started going towards the door, and then there was a sudden great big scream, an inhuman scream essentially, which came out. And now my question for you guys is, have you all moved maps yet?
Yes.
You have moved maps.
I have.
Yep.
The coffin's still there, which is good.
Yep. Maybe some-
And the dead body's in the coffin this time.
Yep, it's in the coffin this time. We have definitely made sure that is happening. I'm just going to do a quick change.
And it's not that we've decided not to go up the path and see the old travellers. It's just that we're going to bury the body first, then do the wailing house, and then go and see the travellers. It's just on our to-do list.
Yeah, you've got a plan, guys. You've got a plan.
I mean, before the travellers, we could also try and find out why all the windows are boarded up.
I mean, like, the world is your oyster. Ismark's really, really hoping you guys can help him out, though. I'm just saying. But, I mean, like, you know...
And some cursed armour as well.
The world is... Oh, yeah. He did tell you about if you wanted a few... Don't mind getting a few cursed pieces, he could perhaps show you where to go. I forgot to mention, you guys went to the merchant, you realise how much of a fucking rip-off he is when he starts charging you 10 times as much as any price that you've ever seen.
Yeah. They had their pants pulled down, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, they should have stayed and tried to murder the women.
Except for Aurelia, who obviously gave him a great idea for making these random things called sunglasses. And he was like, oh yeah, well, as soon as I can, I'm going to get this going.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no, why is that not grouped?
All of the market.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me, Oh no, stop moving him! Put him back!
He's there.
Where are all you layers? Group. Alright.
I thought you did that last time.
Yeah, so did I, but apparently
You ripped his leg off!
Wasn't that his chest? Wasn't that his entire torso? Leaving his legs, arms, and head just sat there.
Stop dismembering people, Aaron. It's not cool.
Oh, it looks whole to me. Oh, no, he's moved. He's moved.
Up.
Oh, no. No, he's outside the coffin. He's on the steps. The coffin's to the right.
Ismark's going to be devastated.
Yeah. What's it called when you like desecrate bodies? You know.
Desecration.
Video.
All right, guys.
Jason, do you want a beer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure, go for it. I mean, like, I've got a gin and a
And one
beer.
down here.
Lorraine's like boring me now. I'm going beer.
So, yes.
It's all right. Wailing father. Father.
Wailing
was it
farter.
The what's it called? The what do you call it in the church? Christ.
I don't know. You're
Altar.
talking to
He was at the altar. The father was at the altar. I was wailing.
Actually, Christ isn't the church.
I forgot to also say as well that the church itself, as you got closer, you realise that there are loads of marks of basically it looks like it's just had the hell thrown at it, literally. Like there's fire, there's claw marks, you know. The wood's got massive bits of holes in it, and when you open up the door, there was a nice. A massive wailing almost of a sort. In fact, I'm going to read you this bit. Again, the doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit. And reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. So what do you guys do?
Right.
Didn't we get told something about his brother though as well, or something?
Yeah, basically, once he brought his brother back, he was the only person to return from the castle, and once he returned, the villagers and that have been kicking up a fuss.
I don't know. Why didn't somebody give me a history?
Motherfucker.
I need to open my character sheet. Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah, Gladra, you seem to remember that there was something going on about his son. You know, you remember Ismark mentioned something about his son.
I have -2 history.
It's alright. Gladra had a +7, he's still got a 10.
Oh my god. Brilliant.
I was hoping no fucker realised that.
Oh,
Gladra's going to turn to Ismark and ask if that whaling is his brother, is the priest's brother.
As you do that, Ori clicks into place and realizes that it wasn't his brother, it was his son. His son disappeared and seemed to, since then, have came back, and everyone has sort of treated the entire place as almost like unholy ground. But Voltesh, oh my god, not Voltesh.
Voldemort!
Ismark turns around and he goes, no, it's not my place to say, but he's very heavily judged by those that remain left in the town because of his actions towards his son. Let's just say he didn't come back in the right place.
So he's a zombie?
Honestly, it's best if you just speak to Donavich himself. And as you stepped a bit further in, Voltesh, you hear another scream going. Ah!
Dear.
That's Ismark. That's your buddy, your pal, your friend. He is there. He is there to help
being Gladra.
Well, Gladra's just running straight in. Ismark's going to slowly start walking from behind.
I just moved myself up there, so I was up there. I was being lazy. I was just waiting for everybody else to get up here.
Well, as you start going in there, you realise that the chapel is basically it's complete shambles, as you can see. There's overturned and broken pews, littering the dusty floor. There's dozens of candles, mounted candlesticks, and candelabra. And there's light every dusty corner. In a fervent attempt to rid of the chapel of its shadows, it's failing. It's a shithole. At the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which kneels a priest in soiled vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up to the bell tower.
Ring the bell. Ring the
What?
What?
Someone's saying something.
Yeah, Valtish said ring the bell.
So I was going to say, so somebody's saying ring the bell. But
Ring the
as tempted as Gladra is to start ringing this bell.
I will just say for you, Gladra, as well. As you go in there and you do see this gentleman who's sat down, he's deep in prayer to himself to the point that he's almost oblivious to the sounds of people entering.
Can Ori fire an arrow at the bell above Gladra's head? So
you're gonna shoot him?
No, you cannot shoot the priest.
No, can I fire an arrow at the bell so the bell rings, but it's while Gladra's there?
It's a bell tower.
God damn you.
Gladra's next to the priest, not the bell.
Valtesh is going to ring the bell.
As Voltesh is there and he looks up, he realizes that it's a long tower going up towards a bell. So where you actually stood, you can't quite see the bell, especially to aim at with your bow, unless you were like directly underneath it. Are you ringing the bell?
Oh yeah, that's it. I haven't got a bow. I'm ringing the bell.
All right, Voltesh.
Two-handed.
Bear in mind, I'm saying while this has gone on, Gladra is literally just sat on his knees with his eyes closed next to the priest.
As you go to go, oh shit, what did I press? As you go to go reach for the bell, can you quickly do for me a strength check?
Strength.
-7.
There it is. Okay.
And also now a dexterity saving throw.
Magical. Love it. Easy. All day long.
It's alright. Nothing's actually happening. As you go along and you ring the bell, the bell rings and suddenly the gentleman in front of you's eyes like dart open and goes, "What the? Who are you? What are you doing? Who are you people? I haven't had people in here for weeks. Why are you ringing my bell?" And
Is that a euphemism?
as Donavich starts to stand up, you see this slightly plump, chubby, figure, who he looks so tired. He looks so worn through, as if he's been up for days. I say days, as if he's been up for almost weeks. He's haggard. He looks like he's barely even been able to look after himself, let alone the church, which is obviously fallen to pieces. And Valtesh. Oh my god, why do I keep calling him Valtesh? Alright, Valtesh, you are now Ismark. Ismark comes along and he goes, "Hello, Father. I'm sorry to disturb you this time, but it's Father. We've left the coffin outside, or the gentlemen have left the coffin outside, but he's unfortunately passed. And Irina refuses to leave until we've at least been able to put his body to rest, and you've given his last rites."
Yeah. Irina, yeah. That's
All
why we're here.
Everybody, can you give me perception checks? All the perception checks, please.
What was his name again? Sorry, the guy.
Which one?
Where is it? Something or other. Irina's brother.
Ismark, the one who's with you.
Ismark. That's it. Ismark. Thank you.
On the,
Got it. Yeah, I just went on the old journal and had a butchers. Right, dexterity. Sorry, it was a perception.
Everyone's doing me a perception, please.
With -3.
Where?
I love how Valtesh has a -3 on perception, and I've got a +3, and he fucking rolls a 6, and I roll a 4.
I have never known so many minus figures. Like
Fucking
my other
Jesus
character
Christ.
doesn't have hardly anything, and this guy, he's a tank, but he's not much else.
Well, guys, as even with your Gladio, did you get a 4?
Yes, that's what I just said. I've got a +3 and I rolled a 4, and Valtesh has got a -3 and rolled a fucking 6. It's like fuck off.
Wonderful. Right. So, as you guys are all in this church, suddenly from around you, everybody except Gledger suddenly hears Father, I'm starving, please. And Ori, you can you feel like it's not just underneath you, but like almost like in this area over here. It's as if like the floorboards itself are just like lifting with the sounds. It's just so loud. Everybody else, you kind of like hear the noise echoing through the walls. You can probably sense that it's from downstairs. However, Gladger, you don't know what the fuck anyone's talking about.
Gladger's still meditating. Unaware.
Definitely, that is definitely what's happening right now. Gladra is literally just meditating here right now. He has no idea what the fuck is going on.
So Valtesh is going to just ask to reiterate once again to the father, to Donavich. Father, can you help us with the desiccated body outside?
With the body, of course. The great. Oh my god. Let me start this one again. Of course.
Let me lead you out to the body. I'll show you where the body is, and my lazy brother, he'll dig the hole because he's not much use for anything else apart from killing puppies.
He's killing what now? I was going to say.
Never mind.
It's perfect time for the Morning Lord to praise us, and especially to grant such a great blessing onto such a courageous man, the burgomaster. And he starts to walk out with Valtesh while they, from beneath you guys continue to hear the screaming. And Gladger gives like a side-eye glance at Jules. And oh my god, not Gladger. Why am I saying every name but his? Ismark gives a side-eyed glance at Jules and sort of shakes his head.
What happened to the body again? Like, what the hell? Oh my god, it's got worse. I can't control Z either. Right, well.
Right, stop. Everybody.
Valtesh is far too powerful and just rips the rib cage of the what's it called? The is it degrading?
I don't know. Only you know what you're trying to say.
The
So
dead
let's
guy.
pick up.
The amazing thing is, right?
Yeah.
I can move it all as a unit, or I can move like one or two individual bits. But I don't know what's going on here. I've obviously done something completely wrong. But he is now shrunk.
Or he comes outside and like takes the rib cage out of Valtesh's hands and puts it back where it should be and comes to help the situation.
Decomposing is the
Select
word I was
all,
looking for.
then select it all, then right click on it, and then say group all.
Oh yeah, I did that earlier on.
Went well.
But it's the fact that every time you press down on part of it, it's still because like right now it's grouped. I
Yeah,
can move it
and
around.
then when it's grouped, make a picture of it.
I'm gonna have to draw the ribcage back on. That's horrific.
How on earth do you
There
make
we
a
go.
picture of it? Sorry.
It's one of the selections. Just right click and it's one of the selections.
All right. So it's all group. Anyway, as this is all going on, is there anything else that you guys are doing?
Well, as we've already established, Gladger has no idea what the fuck is going on. So he's just kneeling at the altar still.
Yeah.
And Ori is trying to assist outside.
Valtesh is going to say, "Wait, Jules, come and dig a hole." Now we're being attacked by wolves. I'm gone. Take the body.
All
What the
Oh,
fuck is
no.
happened tonight?
Well,
I
you
just
see-
chucked an arm of the corpse at the wolves. Now I can't put it back. They fix it again.
Right, so Donavich turns around and he goes, "It's okay. We'll leave it there for now." But
He's like, fuck this.
if we
Jules, dig a hole.
Yeah, we'll just bury him here.
if we are to go out to the cemetery, we could dig a hole over the side, or even this lovely patch over here. And I'm sure, and obviously, as he's trying to explain this, you're starting to now hear Gladger. In fact, can you do me a perception? I'm going to say that everybody else can, but I'm making sure that you can. That's a lot better for you. Gladger suddenly becomes aware that there's somebody almost screaming from below now, being like, "God, please, please, just help!" And they, as the screaming gets louder and louder, Donavich turns out to Ismark and goes, "I'm sorry, but I just couldn't. I couldn't contain him anymore. I have to help him." And as Ismark shakes his head, he goes, "We need to put father into the ground. Whether your sins catch up to you or not, it's all up to you. But we can't do this for you." And Donavich, with his head down, just goes, "Very well. Would you be able to take the body towards the back?" And he waits for your answer.
So obviously Gladra has no idea what's going on down there. I want to sort of investigate the altar and around the bell tower and that to see if there's any like hidden switches or anything like that to see where this crying's coming from.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that the crying is coming from downstairs, and as you have a look around the altar, you realise that it's your typical stone-style altar. However, there are big chunks missing from it, as if somebody's started knocking it around, as if like almost, I guess like you can imagine a pickaxe or a spade or something heavy is chipped away at it.
Does it look like it can be moved?
No, it looks ridiculously heavy. Are you wanting to have a look inside the actual room, Aurelia?
It's too late.
Excuse me.
I've moved further up to keep
Oh, right, sorry.
Ledger in visual range, and I've got my rifle ready to just in case something jumps out on him again.
And he just goes, ha ha, kazaa.
Well, I've got a hold action on, so
All right, no worries. Yep. Anything else that you guys are doing at the moment?
Ori gives Valtesh a look which says, "Don't rip his fucking ribcage out again," and then decides to go back inside to explore what could be going on with the screaming.
I mean, yeah, if you like.
Valtesh is going to chastise Jules once again for not hurrying up and digging a hole, and once he's finished that, he's then going to broach the subject of his son in a more tactful manner, more covert than raising a war pig to him and threatening him to reveal his secrets. So he's going to set Valtesh's concern to the father and be like, "Father, we understand you have a delicate matter with your son. How is he?"
He's beside himself. Come, shall we walk as we go round the back and we can find a beautiful spot for him, for the father. And as he starts walking away with you, you can leave the body for now. We're just choosing a hole, just out of character. So, as he starts going with you, he's.
I don't know what the hell has happened to it. Never mind. It adds comedy value. So
Yeah.
I've mounted it.
He starts telling you, my son one day decided the best thing to do was to start listening to a wild madman who decided that enough is enough with this Dark Lord, and him and many others decide that the best thing would be to try and to take on the Dark Lord. Mind the gate, we're just going to step over here. And unfortunately, none of them really came back. Even my son, his mind was never the same. His body just became ragged, and I could tell instantly he wasn't the same person as he was beforehand. And while I tried my hardest to try bring him back, he's became mad, crazy, and insane. I've had to keep him downstairs just to stop the entire village from attacking him, and from him attacking wildly at the village like a madman. He's my boy, and I refuse to let him go. Even the Morning Lord can't take him away from me.
A sire of kinship, I understand it's strong. When you say he's mad, what's changed?
He's become obsessed. He just thinks of violence and believes this Dark Lord, which he suddenly has a change of hearts, and all he wants is to be back with the prince. He starts looking across the back and he goes, "We can either put him in the chapel, or would you rather dig a hole for him?" And during this time, Ismark, who'd obviously been following you guys,
Ori also was following and is just hiding around the corner listening.
Where's my good-for-nothing lazy brother? He's going to be bringing a spade.
Ismark turns around and goes, "I believe the chapel will be a great place for people to come see him. They could pay respects, and they could at least know that here, a good man, rests, and that they can all have some form of pride with him, as opposed to just a hole in the ground." And he starts to nod. Donavich starts to nod his head, and he goes, "It's probably the best place to put him." And the idea is they're going to start putting the body exactly.
Doesn't want to talk to us, but writes fucking comical shit in the chat.
You're not digging a hole, don't worry.
You're pinning him to a stake.
Yeah, so as he turns round, so sorry, in fact, I'm going to skip it to Gladra and Aurelia. What are you two wishing to do? Are you still
I'm continue to I'm trying to find like a way to get to the noise.
All right. Well, you can tell the floorboards aren't exactly great. They're quite well, a lot of them are chipped away and quite broken. But this does look like your everyday run-of-the-mill chapel. The screaming's now turned to crying, almost pleading to himself. You can just vaguely hear over there, "Oh God, I wouldn't even wish this, even if Mother Night was cursing you herself." Yeah.
Yeah, Gladrid's just like I say, he's investigating absolutely everything, trying to see how to get down. Like,
Yep.
in the entire room, just while this is all going on, just going absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, as I said earlier on, around this area in this room, you see that things are broken and things are all over the place, but you can't quite see a way down.
I don't know. He would just keep going round and round and round until something sort of made sense to him or something snapped him out of it.
Alrighty, so I'll leave you to think about what that could be, and I'll go back to Valtesh, Ori, and Jules. Jules, are you with the group, by the way, or are you staying around the front? Oh, sorry, you couldn't have more.
If I'm around the back, then
Okay. Jules, can you do a perception?
Stop digging that hole. Fill it back up. We're not putting him in the ground, you idiot.
And I mean, like, I won't tell you whether you can or can't shoot, Gladra. All right, 21. Jules, as you started coming through this section...
Hang on a second, but you won't let me and Valtesh murder an entire pub full of people.
I never said that. You just asked me if it's a good idea. I said, I don't know. So, yes, anyway, as you start walking...
He said he was running around and around until somebody was going to stop him. So I just thought, well, maybe I shoot him.
Well, technically, I'm not running around. I'm literally just walking around, trying to piece together where the best, where I can hear the noise from the most, all that sort of shit, so I can get some idea of what's going on.
Oh, because I had an image of the Tasmanian devil going around with like.
No, he's not doing that.
I mean, that's the image that I had too.
Yeah, so as Jules, you get to about here, from the door on your right, you seem to almost hear like a bang just suddenly come from.
church. Could be a bat.
It could be a bat. Yeah.
After hearing about the sun being mad, Ori decides not to reveal her present and decides to like creep back to the church. She finds Jules. And yeah, just decides to say to Jules what she heard in the garden.
Yeah, they're not burying him.
Ah, there we go. Sorry, Jules, you were cutting in and out for a moment. I didn't hear what you said beforehand.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, if there's a bang and I hear a bang, then I'm just gonna carry on. It's a church. This old bang.
Ori's like to Jules, no, I've just heard the priest's son is mad. Apparently he turns to violence. I think he's the guy screaming downstairs.
Oh well, let's go and help him. We should help him.
Alright.
What do you say?
So you guys wanted to go in then?
Ori feels suspicious of the situation, but she kind of wants to check out what's going on. But she feels like she should also discuss this with Aurelia. Like, the more people involved, the better. I'm sorry, Gladra, I didn't mean to leave you out then, but... So yeah, Ori goes up to Aurelia and also discloses what she heard outside. Is anyone here?
Cleric types have some sort of.
Right, sorry guys, I'd lost my tobacco for a second then.
These cleric guys have some sort of detection spells they can use.
Sorry?
Don't these cleric type things that we have here have some sort of detection type spells they can use?
That is a very good shout. Jules!
They've got to be better than these, than smashing stuff.
Jules!
Yes, I'm here.
Can you do your cleric shit?
Oogity boogity.
You want me to do a shit?
Maybe not quite that. What's it called?
Channel divinity.
I was going to say, yeah. Is it you or is it Valtesh who can sense the presence of evil?
I think that's me.
Oh, great. Just to throw it at
Both
you.
be able to.
Well, I think one's a paladin, one's a cleric. I think one's got it as a passive, don't they?
Yeah. Divine sense.
Go over into the corner. Go over into the corner over there where we heard the noise, and see what you can find out with that divine sense of yours.
I'm outside. I'm building a plinth or an altar for the dead body.
I will say, Valtesh, that when you've been in the actual church, even when you're outside it, you get almost an uneery sense from down below again. It's almost like Death House, just not as strong.
Okay.
But yes, just to let you guys know as well. I don't know if it's going to properly work. Did you guys know I'm on the wrong panel? That's why. So it is literally this door down here, where you guys all heard the banging, where you heard the banging coming from. But it's now gone eerie quiet.
So Jules doesn't have the sense.
He's got detect good and evil, and yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I
what
haven't
it
gone. I haven't gone prepared.
There you go. But you do hear, as I said, the banging coming from behind that room, even with or without the perception as well. And yeah, everything else in the actual chapel bit, especially with like Gladra and whatnot, running around looking like crazy everywhere, seems to be sound. There's just a few leaks coming from upstairs. You can hear the bells still slightly dinging. Outside, Valtesh is discussing the best course of trying to fit in a like he's perfectly drawn at the top there, but how to fit in a body inside the chapel without putting it sideways. Constructing the plinth as well.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check this door. Come on, ladies.
All
Will
right.
you help me out?
Has Gladra heard the banging on the door?
I don't know. You've been running around the chapel area. Did you hear the banging on the door?
I don't know. What do you want me to roll to see if I heard it?
Well, these guys have all been talking about the banging, so I'm going to say that yes, if you believe.
As I said, I missed everything that happened. I was looking for the tobacco.
All right. Well, as I said a minute ago, yep, these guys were talking about the banging coming from back here.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
As Jules says, he's happy to go in there if you guys are happy to go. It's up to you guys if you want to pop in there. Valtech is round the back, obviously, as they're trying to do the rites with Ismark.
I will try the door and see if it's open.
All right, you open the door. It opens quite nicely into a bit of a swamp of a room, to be honest. It's not been well kept. However, what you do also notice is the fact that in the ground is a trapdoor down, which looks like it goes down to the basement. And on top of it is a heavy chain. There are quite a few. It's almost as if like the pins of the hinges have been pushed up from continuous force against it.
Is the banging coming from now? Has it stopped?
The banging has stopped, yeah. But you could probably guess that that's the sense of where the banging came from.
Or he would just like.
Bang on the wall, bang on the door.
Or he has a bad feeling about this.
Gladra's just going to knock 3 times on the wooden door.
You hear a response back. Ah! Help me, please! As you guys are in this room, you realise that there's time and neglect have basically put holes through the ceilings. There's mould everywhere. And the young man from downstairs, it's almost like you can hear him a lot louder in this room. Almost as if, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's from the sounds of down below, like directly underneath you. You can tell it's down from beneath that trap. However, that trap door, I should say. However, I will tell you now, it's not trapped. However, it does sound like there is almost something underneath it, which is, I guess, vibrating it. Maybe a set of stairs, or maybe just a small room or a tunnel.
Is it chained?
Saying sorry?
Is it locked?
Yes, there's a heavy chain on top of it with a padlock.
Gladiator's just going to suggest to the guys here if somebody can pick the lock.
Or you can give it a whirl.
Go give it a go. Give it a bit of an advantage on there and all. So at the top bit, yep, you click advantage and then go down and yeah, thieves' tools. On the left there. The one on the left. Up. Yep.
Said there was wolves
Up.
coming.
There you go. Wonderful. 19. Okay, so as you do this, you feel you've put a pin in. I'm just going down first. Yes. You put a pin in there, and as you start to wiggle it around, suddenly the entire lock just pops in. You open up the door. You take. Oh my god! You take off the padlock, and the heavy chain hits the ground. And as you lift it slightly up, you feel like a cold draft just suddenly billowing out. You get the cold wind going ooh, in such a ghostly manner that every 90s horror film seems to show. While this is happening, though, let's just skip over to Valtesh. How's your conversation going there, Valtesh? How's your plinth? Ismark's like stood next to you, clapping and going, That's a beautiful sight. Thank you. And Donavich is like, you know what? I have never seen anything as beautiful and as respectful as that. The Morning Lord will be proud of you.
You dead?
Apparently, Valtesh is dead.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Sorry, I was talking to myself on mute. Yeah.
It's alright, we all do that. Especially me.
It's taken me a little while. I got there. Yes. So Valtesh humbly turns around and says, "No thanks required. Us Dragonborn, despite the appearance of my brother, we are an honourable folk, and such a upstanding member of society deserved a fine send off. I hope he enjoys this plinth."
I'm sure he'll love it. If only he could see it. I can't wait for
Yeah.
Irene to come along. Did she say how long she'll be?
No. She said she had a few errands, but she wasn't going to be too long. She chatted to my friend Ori. You'd probably best go chat with her if you wanted to know what they were discussing. However, Father Donavich, how many friends went with your son up to the Strahds castle?
To be honest, it was most of the youngsters from the town. I'd say it was probably maybe 30, 40 of them.
Gosh.
Probably some of the, I won't lie, some of the last able fit men around here as well.
But they weren't natural fighters, no?
No. From the ramblings I managed to hear, the madman, he seems to be quite an astounding wizard, but he just wasn't enough for the unfortunate Strahd, and he ended up turning the tails on them, and if those who hadn't run away, they seem to have just, well, all perished, except for a few.
And does Strahd keep company, or is he up there alone?
What, in the Great Castle? Well, that's Ravenloft. It's full of all sorts of horrors. He does have his servants, and he seems to always be, well, if you ask me, he's always seeming to be in good graces with that Vistani lot. They always seem to come and go as they please. However, whenever anybody else seems to go into a fog, they just never seem to be seen again. We've seen people choking, and as they've tried to get their way out, they've suddenly collapsed and died. To be honest, I think that he's also tried to turn, let's say, a few of the townsfolk, not even just from here, but from the other towns nearby as well. It seems like the entire Barovia is his own peck and field.
Did he ever come by to try and see your son?
He gives a bit of a... In fact, give me a perception.
Oh gosh, we know how this is going to go.
Better
It's
than
like
mine.
talking to a brick wall. Consistent. Valtesh is just staring at the body, probably the somewhat smelling rotten body on the altar. Oblivious.
Yeah, you're completely oblivious. He gives a bit of a look at Valtesh, and he's like, he came to see my son, or tried to come see my son once, but I think it was more to torture me than anything. But he did used to enjoy visiting Barovia quite frequently beforehand.
And he didn't attack you when he came to see your son?
Oh, I'm used to people attacking, especially the church itself, but no, Strahd is many things. He's evil, he's wicked, but he's also very, very tactful. Attacking me will just be far too quick for him and not fun at all. I mean, where's the point in that? This way, at least I'm suffering seeing my son as some crazed madman.
I see. He's a sadist. He gets pleasures from other people's pain. Sounds like a intricate fella.
I'll tell you in a second.
No, it's Ismark.
Aaron, you unmuted to say I'll tell you that in a second, and then you remuted.
Yeah, I realised I was just about to say it, but I was too busy eating the chocolate as well. He also he turns to you and he goes, "How long have you been in Barovia?"
We recently arrived. We haven't been here long. Probably a week now.
A week? Wow, okay.
I don't know how long we're in that house for.
Just to let you know, you've been here 2 days.
Okay, 2 days. Almost a week.
Oh, sorry. Let me start this one. You've had 2 long rests, really. I mean, technically
Okay.
3, but yeah. It's been about 2 days. He turns around and he goes, "Have you seen the marching figures?"
Yes, he did. What do you make of them?
Ismark kind of like shakes his head and he goes, "It's just a legend." But Donavich continues and he stares at you and goes, "They say that those who march in the army of the dead are all those who have fallen at Strahd's hands. And I'll remind you that you end up seeing almost the entire street filled with figures which are marching through Barovia up to the castle."
Have you seen the friends of your son march to the castle at night?
I don't think I'll ever be seeing them again. I spend all my time here with my son, which reminds me, I should probably get back going inside. We'll wait for Irina, and hopefully we'll still have the Morning Lord's blessing to give the final rites. And at that point, we'll go back to you guys. Hey there. Alright, just so you know, the things that are missing is Valtesh was asking about his son and who went up, and yeah, basically the fact that a lot of the men obviously went along and disappeared, and in fact, what else did actually I say?
Just now? Okay.
It was mostly about Strahd himself and who like.
You were saying he's a bit of a deviant. He's sadistic, isn't he? Yeah, sadist. Yeah. He gets pleasure from torturing, but he doesn't just butcher the weak. He likes the thrill of the thrill of the game, as it were.
Exactly.
He likes to torture people.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be rude then. I was just also just trying to stop the fucking cat from like rolling around everywhere and all
no,
sorts.
fine.
So
fine.
while talking and that's happening as well. But yeah, so you guys, you've got the trapdoor in front of you. It starts to open up. There's that cold 90s style eerie coming out of it. What would you like to do?
Gladiator's going to look to the group and say, "Shall we go down?"
Well, you'd have to buy me dinner first, but I think you will.
I bought you a room for a week.
Oh, yes, definitely. Let's go down then. Tally ho! Ladies
Tally ho,
first.
fellas. Ha 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 ha. So you guys are wanting to go down, are you?
Yep. I think that's a.
Yep. Do you have a certain order that you're all going to go down in?
You go first, seeing as I'm the strongest.
Absolutely, you can go first. Sorry, I could hear somebody starting to talk, but I couldn't hear him talking.
Yeah, same here.
I think it was Logan.
Oh, I'm sorry, Logan. I still can't hear you, man.
I think you said he'll go first because he's the strongest.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello, we can hear you.
There we
again.
go. Right.
You
Oh, no,
live! But yes.
I live, yes.
Boom. Who's going next?
Oh, whoever is
Oh,
blinded.
Well, Gladwell will go next because then whoever goes behind him can shoot over the top of him if needs be.
I'm going to say you and Aurelia hold hands very tightly and jump down. No, obviously, yeah. So as you all... Oh, sorry.
Aurelia's just flashbanged the crap out of everybody.
Yeah, no, I've just seen it now. I'm guessing you're throwing that down first.
No, just having a quick look at.
Ah.
I've got to make these.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I was like, I didn't remember seeing these. All right. So,
I'm going to make these. That's just having a look. That's all.
as you go down, you realise that the church's undercroft has roughly hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. There's rotting wood piled on the corners, as well as pillars that strain from under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips of through the cracks. And Jules, give me a perception. I'm loving these perceptions right now.
Jules perception. Find my sheet.
You can do it, man.
12.
You catch a glimpse of a figure in the corner of the room.
Where?
Aurelia's just asked as well if it's light or dark in here.
It's light down there. You can see through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse gaunt shape in the corner. Basically, because of all the cracks and the holes in the roof, you can see the candlelight still coming down from below. So I've kept it quite well. I say bright. I've kept as it is because pretty much either you all have dark vision, night vision, or can see in dim.
Okay. Sweet.
Oh, you saying I'm dim?
Yes.
I do not believe that.
I
shout to him, hello! Hello, friend! Come here!
You see the figure move slightly, and as it moves, you hear rather than witness, like almost moving ragged cloth as it quickly shifts away. But then you hear, "What are you doing here? Didn't you know that it's dangerous? You're between me and finding help. Please, just step away, and I promise I won't hurt you too bad."
Oh, my friend, you won't hurt me. Come here, give me a hug.
As the figure starts stepping close to you, you see a man in essentially rags. He looks starved. He's pale. Fuck off, cat. Sorry, guys. she's being such a nightmare at the moment. She's just came out of heat and then decided the best thing to do is go straight back into heat.
Yeah, we had like a 3-day break of the cat being in here. Normally it's like 6 weeks.
You guys forget there's an extra player and it's the cat. You see a man.
She really doesn't like it when she doesn't get attention.
No, I've noticed. I bloody noticed. Yes, so you see this character who starts stepping towards you. You start seeing his pale complexion, his fingernails, which are so deep as they dig into his hair. He just looks, yeah, he's starved, and he just, as he's panicking and he's staring at you, you can see his. In fact, I'm going to say he gets close enough to you, Jules, that you can see his eyes as they dart backwards and forwards between you, the guys on the stairs, the way out, back at you again. And he puts his hands shakily down and he goes, "Please, I'll ask you very nicely. Move out the way, and I won't kill you."
Can we see his fangs while he's talking?
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah, we're not fucking moving out the way.
Gladger's gonna ready firebolt.
Bollocks. Do I know what he is?
Yeah. I'm going to say you can quite clearly see that he is a vampire.
Do I know what a vampire is?
Yes.
Give me a religion check. You know the basics of a vampire, but I'm guessing you're asking, do you know the traits of a vampire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me what? History.
A religion.
Oh, fuck that.
You can't for the life of you remember anything about it, though.
Oh, that's fair enough then. That'll do me.
How on earth did that one happen? Oh, okay. You know that they have teeth, and they tend to bite quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough then.
Yeah, and I will also throw in there that you do also feel sometimes that in your nightmares they climb a lot on the rooftops and they jump down and they scare you, and you don't like that.
Alright then. That's all I wanted. So I don't really know a lot, so I'm going to can I cast a spell then?
You going to cast a spell?
Yeah.
Yep, I will say that you can have a sudden attack at him.
Cool. I'm going to cast it at level 2.
Yep.
I'm going to cast sleep.
Alrighty.
I don't know if I can be put to sleep.
That's absolutely fine. Can I ask you all, once I put your turn order up, to roll initiative for me? Instead of doing it myself, I'm going to let you guys do it this time.
I'm gonna give Ori advantage.
Alrighty.
I'm outside still, aren't I? So I'm not involved in that. Yeah?
You are, but can you still roll for me the initiative as well?
Okay, nice.
It's right at the top. Where is that, number 4? Oh, yeah.
Oh, click my character. Oh, boom! Valtesh, represent!
Is Valtesh even in here?
No, he's upstairs.
No. He's going to come charging through the walls to help out. Like a true tank.
I mean, like, these guys want to feel important sometimes, you know? Like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Developmental.
And then what I'll also do is I'll even be nice enough to put these 2 in, and I will also do that.
Just before we go any further, the sleep spell that Valtesh casts.
Yep.
Do we see? Sorry, Jules. Do we see that? Do we see that spell, or is it like? Do we not know what's going on? Because I think if I see Jules attacking him with my ready fireball, I would have attacked as well if I saw that.
Alright, well, what I will say is, so I'm just double checking that everybody's on there, except for you don't seem to be on there. Alright, so I will say that you start to, in fact, how do you do your spell? As in, how do you do sleep? So with the component, do you just sort of like mutter a couple of words to yourself?
Oh no, I need components. So does that work?
Realised that everybody
I-
was within that range.
A pinch of fine sand, rose petals, or a cricket,
Yep.
and it's verbal, sermonic, and shit.
So you're waving your hands and speaking.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, how would you like to? Because like I know that with me, instead of it being actual words and stuff like that, he just says like a quick mumble to himself as he does the spell. Like, do you say anything specifically while holding your holy symbol, or?
Oh yeah, I'd grab my holy symbol, say I cast sleep.
All right. So, yes, I will say that you guys hear that.
Right, so
Depends on the
Gladwin
point,
still
doesn't it?
fire.
All right.
Just instinctively, you've seen that, like you said, that something's going on. So you'll have just fired with.
And the point I choose would be just in front of him. Well, basically on him. So it's only 20 feet.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you mind just sending that into the chat for me for a second?
Oh yeah, I can.
Alright, wonderful. Spell sounds, blah. The range.
Quite good rolls.
Yeah, within 20 feet of you.
It's any creature, isn't it? Which is is an interesting one.
Creatures within 20 feet of you choose within range. A point you choose within range are affected in order. Yep. So. I'm gonna say it's you guys are out. Well, yeah. But starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature. I wonder, does it catch yourself as well?
No.
Yeah.
As far as I know, no.
It just says creatures, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to do it that it does catch yourself. I am just more like I like learning about things like this. Yeah, so obviously if it goes below its current health, which it doesn't, so as you do that, you start saying that, you see this almost like aura go over the vampire, and Doru suddenly shakes his head and stares straight at you and goes, I didn't want to hurt you. And then that's when, boom, your ready actions. I'm going to say all three of you on there, you get to do a quick surprise attack at him. Because I know that really you said that you were ready in action before going down there. And Gladger, you wanted to do Fireball. Boom. The Firebolt hits. Aurelia, yours unfortunately does not hit. Wonderful. And Ori, are you shooting your bow off?
Go on then.
Why not? You do also get sneak attack on there as well. So if you... Yep, go down. And then just that little box which says sneak attack, just click that on the left. And then click your short bow. Oh, boom! Yep, so click on the short bow bit, yep. Ah, fucking hell. 15, 24, 27 points of damage start just firing straight at this. And yes, you guys are all now in combat as this sudden massive gunfire goes off. It says automatic. How many shots would you say fires from it?
I'm only using single shot at the moment.
Okay, cool. So you hit.
I'm not using the burst fire at the moment.
All right, fair
It's
enough.
too dangerous to use burst fire.
See, I didn't know if it was the fact that obviously it counts as like, you know, a small burst essentially or anything like that. But yeah, no, that's fine. As you hear that, I will say, Valtesh, you suddenly see Donavich and
Ismark
suddenly turn around towards the church, and I'm going to say they are both running. Are you chasing after them?
I've heard some kind of ruckus from inside, haven't I?
Yes, and you see Ismark and Donavich running towards the church.
The church is brick wall, isn't it? It's pretty sturdy brick wall. Yeah. And how big are these windows?
I'm going to say they're about 6 foot in the air, because there's there's a difference. But the reason why I'm asking is because what I'm going to say is, if you are chasing after them, by your next turn, you will be in combat, I'll say.
I'll chase after him. Yeah, that's fine. I was going to jump for a wall, or sorry, say crash through a wall or jump for a window, but I'll just chase after them. That's fine.
Wonderful. Now we are in combat. Aurelia, what would you like to do?
Reshoot again.
Yep, that's absolutely fine. Do it.
Miss. That's a miss.
That is a miss, I'm afraid. And anything else that you'd like to do?
No, that's it. I can't move unless
Alrighty.
I kick Gladra down and bowl over Ori with him.
I mean, he is a small character. But, no, I wouldn't be that mean.
No.
Alrighty. Valtesh, you are sprinting, aren't you?
Yeah. 60 feet.
Exactly. So, what I'll say is you are making your way all the way... Oh, I've got to find where you are now. You're all the way up here. Jeez,
Yeah.
man. I mean, God, you're so far. You've sprinted all the way around, and you've actually made it into this room with the trapdoor.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and I will say that you hear a second shot on the way in. I know it's further than you 60 feet, but I said I don't want to keep you out on the side and be like, oh no, what's going to happen? Yes, anything else that you like to do? That has been your movement and also your dash, I'm going to say.
Okay, fine. So Valtesh just screams out, he shouts out in the most masculine, draconic voice you've ever heard. Jules, where are you? And as he's scanning the room, but he's, as a seasoned warrior, he obviously noticed the door was ajar, the trap door's been messed around with, and there's disturbance on the ground. So he gets the general gist of the direction, but he still calls out for Jules.
There's a disturbance in the force. Alrighty. So, while waiting for the return, Gladra, what would you like to do?
Can Bladra squeeze past Ori and move there?
Yep, you are a gnome of different size, and I believe that you have a trait which lets you pass through people with bigger size than you.
Yes.
Yeah, easily. Yeah. Sorry, I just right. So Gladra is going to fire another firebolt.
Yep. Alrighty, you fire that firebolt, man.
13.
Unfortunately, the firebolt fires at him, and Doro suddenly jumps to the ground. And as soon as he looks up at you, he hisses such a strong, long hit, almost like I wouldn't even say in fact, it's like the cat when that cat does. And yes, his hands turn into claw-like movements. And anything else you like to do? You move 5, 10, 15. All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay there.
No worries. Okay. You hear a huffing behind you, Valtesh, as suddenly you see Mr. Fat Man. Sorry, did I say that? I meant suddenly you see Donavich sprinting down. And shortly straight after him is Ismark, who's drawn his short sword out and gone, "What's happened? What's going on? I hear gunfire." And Donavich, you hear him screaming frantically, going, "Don't hurt my son! I won't let you, please!" And
Ismark.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll let
Ismark.
Yes.
there seems to be some commotion coming from the lower levels. I can only assume that it's Donavich's son here is in trouble, and so are our companions.
I'm more scared that it might be Donavich's son, who might be the one causing the trouble. But quick, we've got to get down there before Donavich does something crazy. And
yes.
Yeah, it's now Ori's go. Ori, what would you like to do? How far away are you? Oh, if you go on your character. So, scroll to the top. So, 30 feet, so that's 6 squares, because each square is 5 feet. You can go through Gladra if you want. Yes. Doopy doopy doop. Yep.
Oh shit! I'm not. Sorry, I didn't turn my volume on.
I'm sure they can hear you through mine.
Ori is like just seeing like all of the commotion on, people's shots not really hitting and stuff, so she just decides to run right up to him and go for him with her sword.
As you do. 16, yes, so you go along and you take a swipe out of him.
Sneak on, sorry.
I like the fact that you actually recognise that you shouldn't have had sneak in that situation. But yes, so it's just that 10 points. But you know what? That's still 10 points. That's a quite a hefty blow. And as you do that, you see these giant scars across his body. He's obviously not feeling too great. He's slightly singed. He's got like a bow which is stuck straight through him, almost like against his chest. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Am I correct in thinking Ori can move away without him attacking her?
Yes, so you can disengage, and then, which is that top one, and then you can move away, but you, moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, you've moved all your movement to get to there.
Oh right, see, I didn't realise the bonus was included in that.
30.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. In fact, 5,
She's
10,
got-
15, sorry, what were you going to say?
It's 25.
Yeah, I was going to say.
She's moved 25, so she's got 5 to move because
that
it's
first
engaged.
one, if you have a look at my that first one, you went 5 to Gladra, 10, 15, 20, 25, so you can move 5 away.
Okay. Let's go.
Alrighty, yep, that's fine. So, as you take a step there, Doru goes wildly to take a swipe at you, but you quickly, literally, like do like a matrix back arch and just manage to dodge out of the way as you pirouette to where you are. As Doru stands there, panting, staring at you. In fact, can Ori and Jules both do me a perception? Because again, I'm loving these perceptions, man. 16. Jules? 10. I will say, even with them, you notice that as he snaps the arrow from his chest and he drops it to the ground, that the hole where the arrow starts to heal up slowly. And he stares at you with new hunger in his eyes. And he releases a banshee-like scream, and he's like, "Ah!" As he runs straight towards Ori, who was the last one to hurt him. Jumps straight in front, and he is going to swing with his claws. And what he's going to do is... Does a 14 hit you? So, on your character... No, 15. Alright, if you just come off for a second onto the main bit. Yeah. On your map, person. So when you click your token, you see that blue and that red? So that blue's your AC, your armor class, and that red's your health. So it's just a quick thing for you. However, unfortunately, this guy does have multi-attack, so he gets to take 2 swings. And after that first one, he goes for the second one, and he still misses. Both times you just nimbly dodge away, and you can see the annoyance setting in on him.
Ori glares right back at him like, fuck you.
And yeah, now it's Jules' go.
Go for it. Yeah, fuck it. Forgot about that. And cast. Where are you, motherfucker? Turn undead. Oh, come on. Turn undead.
Oh, nice. As an action, you represent blah 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 blah. Each undead you can hear must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails, ooh, it's turned for a minute until it. A turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away as possible. For you can use only the dash action or try to escape. Oh, I'm liking it. So he's got to do
Can I move forward as well? Next one.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your DC?
Oh, shit. Probably. 13.
13. Alright. I wouldn't say that's shit. It's a wisdom saving throw, so wisdom. Oh, he is okay. He looks at you as you step forward with your holy symbol. What is your holy symbol again?
Hey, it's a oh, I can't remember. It's a horn.
A horn. As you go
Silver
forward,
horn. A silver horn.
as you go forward, putting the horn to your head like a unicorn, it seems to have no effect, and Doro just laughs at you and goes, "I can't wait to drain you of all your blood." And anything else you like to?
Motherfucker.
I'm sorry, man.
It's all right. No, it was. It's okay. It's fine. It was a choice between 3, and I thought, "Fuck it, we'll go for that one." What's that? No. Any bonus actions? No. Motherfucker. No. Yeah, it's bonus action. I cast. Oh no, I can't. No, yeah, can I? I don't know.
A bonus
Can I cast spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Have I got a fucking?
Remember, you're already concentrating on blade.
I've already cast Turn Undead. Yeah, so I was just double checking. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I haven't.
Is it a concentration? Turn Undead.
No.
Oh.
He's already cast Bless before,
Bless.
Right. Yeah.
so he's concentrating on that. Just
I
remind him.
haven't cast Bless.
Yeah, you did it on What did you do? Cast on the gnome.
I'll cast. I've got a thing where I can cast. I can give them advantage on initiative rolls.
It's a feat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's part of the
Yeah.
thing in my class thing.
Yeah. No, I'm happy.
Vigilant blessing.
Yeah, I'm happy for you to do a spiritual weapon.
Right, and I cast my spiritual weapon from behind him. There,
Yep. Have you got your spiritual weapon token?
I have. Come here, you motherfucker. He's there.
Boom.
Bang, and I cast it.
Yep. And as you swing down, you whack him straight on the back of the head with that spiritual weapon, and he just turns around at this random flying weapon, and again he basically takes a swipe at the flying mace, which just sort of ducks out the way for a moment. It's almost like not like a swipe, but like a reaction, like fuck off. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it. I'm done.
All right, no worries. Aurelia.
Advantage now. Excellent.
Go for it. Do it. Do your thing.
Because that thing moved towards the other guys, and I'm going to try to aim between Ori and the Dragonborn. I am. Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to take another shot.
Oh, do it. I'm playing about with the sounds as you do that as well. Okay.
18.
Let's put that one back on. That definitely hits it. And what does it do?
Oh, and got to remember too that this has now been infused, so it's actually a magical weapon. +1.
Okay.
So 16 points.
All right. Wow. That really does hurt him. So as you just pull out the strange weapon, you decide, fuck it, let's just, go wild, and you fire, and this hole appears on his chest, and he's just this strange contract. He just can't stop staring. He's just thunderstruck. Thunder. All right. Anything else that you would like to do?
Because, yes, that was 5, 10.
Ooh.
20.
Oops, sorry, I missed that last little bit.
I'm going to move over to here because I can hear.
Yeah.
Because I can hear Valtesh upstairs brushing him.
Oh, yeah,
I said
sorry.
I'm moving over there because I can hear.
Yeah, no.
I heard
that, yeah.
Valtesh crashing through.
Wonderful.
Yep.
What I will retcon very quickly. Is there anything you want to shout back to your brother, Jules?
I bloody hope so.
No.
Just ignoring him. Fair enough. Okay. Valtesh.
So, Valtesh, as the seasoned warrior and the saviour of his brother, has seen the the drawing of the short sword by Ismark as a call to arms, and also read at the same time the emotional state of Donavich, which could cause issues, shall we say, with the impending battle. So Valtesh is going to rush towards the trapdoor and shove Donavich out the way, hopefully knocking him against the wall unconscious, but not too concerned as he progresses through and plunge down. Is it a staircase or is it a ladder? I'm not sure.
There is a ladder going down, but it's like just a small. You can see the steps below it. Like it's just a small little drop into there.
Yeah, so he just plunges into the darkness with one sole thought on his mind, and that's saving Jules from yet another a perilous situation.
All right.
Brilliant.
I will say that.
Oh shit! Didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Sorry, man. Excuse me. Sorry. You've used 10 movement to get there. You used 5 movement to step forwards and jump down. You weren't able to knock Donavich unconscious. You just merely pushed him out the way, I'm afraid. Unless you want to try to do a strength to see if you throw him out the way.
No. I'm content that I'm big enough to block the stairway and impede his advance progression, I say. On my 10, 20... Okay, yeah. So I'm going to make my way to the bottom of the staircase. Can I see everything that's going on as I make my way down the stairs?
Saying sorry.
Can I see everything that's going on as I made my way down these stairs?
So as you go down here, what I will say that you do see is obviously you see that the bottom just the entire undergrowth is just obviously fallen to pieces. You still hear the wood groaning. However, there is still the echo of the bullet shots from the rifle that really keeps firing. You see a crazed, starved man surrounded by Ori, a magical floating mace, which you do recognize as Jules's, and also Jules, all seem to be attacking. This creature seems to be more ferocious than anything, though, and there's Gladra at the bottom of the stairs just next to you, who's just there's still a little bit of like the smell of smoke coming as you step next to him.
Okay, yes. So I'm towering over Gladra and instantly see a danger to Jules and shout out once again in that heroic voice, "Don't worry, Jules, I'll keep you safe." And I'm going to hurl a javelin, not aiming to kill said creature in front of him, but trying to basically put it through his leg and pin him in place. Because obviously I'm not, as daft as Valtesh is, even he's realised that this is the son of the fat man. Right. So if he can pierce him, like harpoon him in place, he'll be content. There it is.
What I will say is, obviously you're doing it over Gladra, which is fine, but to get it between this gap between these two and a giant javelin, I'm going to have to ask you to roll at disadvantage. Generally, because Jules is so huge. Ori's
you know it, bitch.
I imagine these javelins aren't, just like a small spear, or it's not like a rifle with an aim on it, or like anything like that. It's a huge javelin.
Especially when it's thrown by this powerhouse.
And I'm guessing you still hit him though, and I will even let you do that 8 damage as well.
Yeah, like I say, it's just I was aiming for his leg. So yeah, just kind of pierce it, harpoon him to the ground, pin him to the ground.
This javelin goes straight down. It goes straight into his leg, and it goes through his leg and like pierces the other side. And he's just like the screech in his inhuman is now kind of like to essentially something which you'd almost hear coming out of in fact I will use the analogy, coming out of hell. It's something like you've seen a Hellraiser movie. Essentially it's just like the entire walls are almost vibrating. The creaky wooden roof itself seems to almost like groan in response. It's all nuts. Okay, Gladra. Sorry, is there anything else that you'd like to do?
So yeah, it just literally just launched this javelin, and then I'll just start to ready myself, taking basically bringing the shield back around from my back and unhooking my war pick, and also just kind of using the peripheral vision to see where the fat man is, if he's at the top of the stairs yet or not. Yeah, and that's Valtesh.
Alrighty. Gladra, it's your turn.
So Gladra is going to cast Scorching Ray.
Alright, do you mind just putting the Scorching Ray text up for me?
Sorry, there you go.
No, it's alright. You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. You can hurl them at one or several targets, make a ranged spell attack on each ray. Alright. Yeah, okay. You can hurl them at one target, several 3 rays. Yes, I will say these
Click
are
on Scorching Ray 3 times.
Yeah. So as I was saying,
So there's all 3 of them.
what's the +2 from, by the way? You've got blessed
Blessed.
on, but you've not been blessed.
Why is that on again?
It'd be the same thing as with Logan's games. Obviously, you put the thingies on, the global modifications.
But I turned it off last time, didn't I? Though that's the thing.
Untick it.
Yeah,
Roll20's been playing up last week, over the weekend. They've done some more modifications to it again.
Yeah. Right.
So 14, 16, 15.
Yeah, I'm just double checking your other bits as well, like your guidance is unticked. All right, cool.
So basically, Scorching Ray is one shot. Then you click on the Scorching Ray word 3 times to do 3 times damage. Or
Yeah.
roll 66.
I just don't know which ones have hit.
Well, the 14's missed. I will say when you do fire it, I'm going to say that you can you do fire them in 3 ranged attacks. So the second one and the third one do hit. It says there, make a ranged spell attack for each ray. So you do 15 points of damage to him, and he starts to burn. He's looking pretty tired right now. Not too great at all. However, from the top, you hear like the screaming as you almost like a little kerfuffle going on. Valtesh and Gladra, you can actually hear it. Oh, sorry, I've completely cut you off there for a second, Gladra. Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
No, it's all good. That's why I didn't interrupt.
Sorry, I didn't want. Sorry, I want to just say something. Did you say 14 hit?
No, the 15 and the 16 hit.
Oh, 15 and 16. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's right. Then.
Yeah. Simple maths could show you that, what his AC is now. But yes, so as you guys at the bottom of the stairs start to hear like fire going, no, Donavich, please, they're just trying to help. They're not helping. They're killing him. And you see Valtesh, Donavich jump down, and at the sight of what's going on, you hear him scream out. I was like, no, please don't hurt my boy. And he runs straight up to Valtesh to go tackle him, and he pulls out his club to knock him out the way.
Ooh. Fighting talk.
What a badass. And so he goes along and he whacks you with his club. Does a 7 hit you?
No.
He falls measly against your shield and just like tumbles off against the wall. He's like, please, he's just my boy.
I don't think Valtesh is probably going to stand there as if he's not really registered that he's even been clubbed with a 7.
He's like, wait, what? Yes, and 2 seconds, please. Oh, yes. And Donavich, crying, teary-eyed, turns around and starts casting a spell. And starts muttering. He goes, please, may the Night Mother at least please protect my boy. And he waves his hands over across to Doru. And he protects him with Sanctuary. And starts crying. Ismark comes down the stairs. Oh, that's the wrong button completely. Ismark, shortly afterwards, comes down the stairs and looks and sees a sight and goes, may the Morning Lord have mercy on all of us and give us forgiveness. What is happening? And he tries to calm Donavich down. He's like, Donavich, please, these people, They don't know. He is crazy. He is literally the undead. And Donavich is just screaming, and yeah, he doesn't seem to even be able to register what's going on. Ori,
I'll do it when I go.
it's your go.
So Ori remembers that she has wooden stakes on her. Is she allowed to just fucking stab one of those in it?
Brutal.
What's your strength? Sorry, what's your dex?
6. No, I don't know. You tell me.
+4.
Oh, it said 6 there.
Right. If you were to do a dagger attack, I will say it'll have the same effect. But like, are you turning around and are you attacking him straight away?
Well, yeah, because shit's escalating. So.
All right. So as you, in fact, do the attack. Don't forget your sneak attack because you've got Jules next to him. No. But you're getting it. Yeah, that's it. And then, yeah, dagger. Alright. So as you... What is it not doing that? Oh, there it is. On the side. As you go do that, though, can you do for me a wisdom saving throw?
You drop it stuff on the floor.
So, at the top bit, above your skills, it says saving throws, and you just want to click wisdom on the left. That's it. So... Wonderful. Yes. So you go along anyway, and you feel this almost like sudden urge to just stop attacking him, but you try to go reach out for him anyway. Doru manages to grab your hand and throw it away very, very quickly. Not the stake, but just like literally just like pass it to one side so it doesn't harm, and he hisses at you. Anything else you'd like to do?
Sulk.
You're
Let
not
me
allowed
see.
to sulk, I'm afraid.
I guess disengage. Yep.
Are you wanting to move away?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, yep. Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. In a great annoyance, Doru starts screaming as he yanks the javelin out and he throws it to one side. You guys
rude.
once again start to... Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button there. You guys again start to see him, the wound healing up around where the javelin was, as he turns to you, Jules, and he just screams and he goes to take a grab at you.
Okay,
Does a 23 hit you?
it does hit.
Wonderful. So he's going to, he's going to grapple you. I'm sure as a great DM, you know what a grapple means, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. So your speed is now 0.
Yeah.
Reach around or reach under?
He's just going straight for the throat. He's having like a very, very deep, sort of meaningful stare straight at him. If in fact removes the creature. Wonderful. So as he's grappled you, he then stares at you and he takes a bite. Now, if you're... I'm going to ask this to you guys. If he's grappled, does that bite have advantage or automatic hit?
It's not really getting away from much, is it? Has anyone got flowing water?
Hang on.
I've got holy water.
I'd say it's probably going to automatic. Well, I don't know. It depends how, because he's a dragonborn and he's wiggling. Sorry, Chris, go on.
Just pulled it up. Just give us a second to
Oh, okay.
post it.
Grapple creature becomes 0. Condition ends if grapple is capacity. So it doesn't say anything about obviously advantage or anything against an opponent who's grappled. That's absolutely fine, because then what he's going to do is he's going to, because yeah, I guess he's holding you, but you can sort of jerk away and whatnot. I just thought I'd just ask the question to both of you, just in case you had any ideas. But does a 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what he's going to do is he's going to hit you for 6 piercing and 3 necrotic damage.
Cool.
As well as that, your health goes down by 3 points.
Okay, cool.
Wonderful.
Maximum health. Maximum health goes down.
Maximum health, sorry, I
Cool.
should say, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And yeah, that's the end of his go. Is there anything you'd like to do, Jules?
Oh God, yes. Oh, fuck. Okie dokie. I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Yeah.
Grappled.
Oh, grapples. I've got touch him, haven't I? Oh,
You've got to break the grapple first.
Oh, but he's touching me, so technically I'm touching him.
Opponent.
Oh, so,
grapple.
that's what I'm doing. That's all I'm saying. If he's touching me, surely I'm touching him.
All right. So.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. If he's touching me, then surely I'm touching him.
No.
All right. I think that's fair enough. All right. Okay then.
Grapple.
Strength.
To break the grapple.
Strength.
Strength. Come on, you've got a big strength.
Strength. Is it strength check?
I'll do a strength saving throw or a strength check, either or,
Both.
whichever you prefer.
We're both same. We're both same. So it doesn't really
Okay,
matter.
cool. I'm trying to be as nice as physically possible here.
No.
No.
All right. And
you are
okay.
still grappled. I
All
will
right.
let you say that. I will say though that I will let you do an improvised attack on him as you try to headbutt him.
Can I do a spiritual weapon?
You can still use a spiritual weapon.
Well, yeah, spiritual weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, no. Don't you have to do a concentration saving throw?
No.
Wisdom.
No.
No, because he's attacked. It says if the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell, that affects the enemy
gotta
creature.
get back one.
But is it?
He's got to go back one because he took damage.
Yeah, he took damage.
What on?
When I attacked you, is
The
it?
last round.
Yeah, spiritual weapon aimed to concentration.
Isn't it not? Oh, nice.
Yep.
No. No.
Alrighty, that's
I
fine.
don't think it is. No, just a minute.
Yep, go for it then. Do it.
No. 14 still can't hit shit.
You go along, and he gets this like sense in the back of his head. Basically, he's like something's about to swing down at him, and he suddenly ducks his head down. And yeah, no, unfortunately, you do miss him. All right. Anything else that you'd like to attempt to try and do? Shout at him, spit at him.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about that. No, I can't do that. I don't know. No, because I've done a strength thing, and I've done a fucking.
Yeah.
No, I'm alright. He can grapple me. Touch me, friend.
Do it. All right, Aurelia, you'll go.
Take a shot at him. 6. Failed the save.
Yep. Unfortunately, you've either got to choose a new opponent or you just don't take the shot. I mean,
I thought that's cancelled though.
Yeah, that's cancelled.
Because he did an attack.
yeah.
Have I read that wrong?
It's until. Oh wait, has it been his go? It has been his go. Never mind. Oh.
Yeah, he attacked Jules.
Yeah, he went to bite
So
her.
the wisdom saving throw thing's not there anymore.
Void creature makes an attack. Yep, no, you're absolutely right. I didn't read the last bit. I apologise, guys. I said still getting used to all these characters, and I was like, yeah. No, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yes. So, even still, do your attack.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, 23 will hit.
What's will? Come on. It's taking its time.
It seems to be, yeah. Seems to be a lot to do with what Roll20 is doing at the moment. So I can't seem to do any of my thingies for you either.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's alright. Yeah, I can't even seem to make it to pop up either for you.
Right. I'll try rolling damage from here then.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, nice at 20. Whoa. So as you fire that, it takes like a huge chunk straight from his shoulder, and he ends up twisting around on the spot and staring with almost like vengeance straight at you. Like his eyes are just greedy. He just needs more. And yeah, anything else you'd like to do?
I give him with my front arm holding the rifle. I just give him the hands out forward. Come and get it. Sort of signal.
Fantastic, Valtesh.
And I'm going to move over to
sorry.
here.
Sorry, I thought that was you finishing that. Yep, no, go for it.
Yep. And I'm going to move over to there.
No worries.
Oh, shit.
Valtesh, what would you like to do?
Okay, yeah, so Valtesh was contemplating about holding the fat man back, but seeing that his brother's grappled, is absolutely enraged. Does he recognise it's a vampire? Is it? Is that what we figured out? Or?
Yeah, you recognise it almost straight away. You see the fangs, and you've seen enough. You've heard enough bard tales.
How thick are these posts? Does it look like Valtesh could run through a post and collapse the floor?
I'd say you could run through a post. I won't quite say you could collapse it. There's a lot of these posts holding it up.
So there is, yeah. I just noticed actually. There's a lot more. Okay. And there's no. We're in a cellar, aren't we? We're in like a dank dark cellar.
You're pretty much directly underneath the chapel.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
I am going to say this just before you decide what you're doing as well, just to think about that as well. You are holding back the vicar.
Oh no, he ran into me. I didn't even notice with his stupid club. Yeah, I was like, "Come at me, bro!" And he did nothing. The bonus action. Can I do that first?
Yeah, sure.
Or does that always come last? Because I've got Hunter's Mark, and it says it's a bonus action. You choose a creature you can see within range. Mystily mark it as a quarry and tell the. I'll tell you what. I'll just click it. Let me share it with everyone. Oh no, I didn't mean to click it. Sorry, I'm going to share it.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, yeah.
Extra 1d6 damage.
Yep, that's fine with me.
And you have advantage of wisdom.
Yep. So, what would you like to do?
I'm just going to charge into the beast. How do I get him to de-grapple Jules? Do I just smash him, or do I have to knock him over? I don't understand the dynamics here.
What I will say is, and I am going to do a bit of a retcon for a second. That like usually it would be like a strength of some form, or like if you somehow moved him away. But I'm going to say with the amount of damage that Aurelia did with that shot, it actually shot like most of his arm off. So like which he had as a claw against Jules. I'm going to say you actually released it, and that's when he turned around and started hissing at Aurelia. So I'm going to say that grapple's actually released now.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm a bit here. Yeah, top bloke. That's what I heard. Yeah, so I'm a bit upset that Jules has just been molested and probably violated by the look on his face. And I want to use. Am I right in thinking Divine Smite is an attack on its own? And I want to do the global damage modifier as well. I'm a bit confused. I thought I could do Divine Smite with an additional boost due to.
If I remember correctly, Divine Smite is a bonus to your damage from your weapon.
Yeah, so it's like when you're swinging it and you go, hey, look, I'm gonna expend a spell slot to make my weapon suddenly like have the power of God in it and just like blast it away.
And don't you have Divine Smite Undead? Because it's Divine Smite Undead.
Oh yeah, it increases by 1d8. Here it is. Let me put it up on the thingy. That's what Divine. So do I do a War Pick attack and then add Divine Smite on?
Yes. So if you click the global modifier and then do your War Pick, it'll automatically be on.
Okay, I've got you now. I've got you. And am I right in thinking I had to change the settings on Divine Smite or something last time?
No, it
Because I've
automatically
got to add in the
bosses with-
undead thing. Is that right?
Yeah, just roll an extra d8. Yeah. So yeah, if you do that with global modifier, and then you can add the extra d8 and the d6 as well.
Oh wow, it's a D8 and a D6.
Well, you've got the
Oh,
d6
cool,
for the
yeah,
Hunter's
yeah.
Mark. Yeah. Let's just see if you hit him first.
I don't know if I can do that. Can I just? Sorry, here we go. 1 second. I've done it now. I think I've done it. I've either done it or messed it up. One of the two. Right. So Divine Smite 6 and War Pick. 26. Is that hit?
Boom. So you go along and you bring this war pick around, and as soon as it, what's your smiting word?
Oh, what was it last time?
I can't remember.
Was it like wasn't it like Shazam or something? Shazam! I think it was like Shazam.
As you go along,
Say
you
it,
swing
Dan.
this war pick, you actually swing it straight into his chest, and you go Shazam! And then suddenly, like out from the ceiling above you, a radiant light shoots down into a war pick through his chest, and like this bright radiant light appears everywhere, and his body just flies away and crumbles to the ground. And he starts to sizzle up from the radiant damage, and he dies. You guys have successfully killed him, and in response, you suddenly hear a wailing next to you as Donavich goes, "Why? Why, my boy?" And he goes to the burnt corpse of Doru, and he sits down and he starts holding Doru's charcoal hands and starts weeping uncontrollably. And I'm going to say you guys are obviously out of combat, and we will take a quick break there while I quickly throw my dinner on. If you guys are happy with that.
Yeah.
That was an awful Divine Smite hit. I rolled 2 d8s and 1 d6, and I got a 2, a 1. A 4 out of 6 ain't bad, but a 2 for a d8 and a 1 for a d8. That's awful. It was not the best. Woof. See, and all I'm saying is I run down the stairs, I take one go, and this thing's dead. Like,
Oh yeah, exactly. You chose to do the radiant, and I won't lie. I was having a look at Divine Smite and how people use it and how people enjoy it. And my favorite thing is when people are like, "Oh yeah, you can do the attack," and then decide straight afterwards, "I'm going to call on the power of God just to finish him off for you." So I was going to be nice enough that if you missed that, you didn't expand the spell slot on the Divine Smite. But yes, I'm gonna. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, so go. Yeah, go. No, sorry. You were going to put your dinner on, weren't you? I'm distracting you.
No, that's all right.
I can chat. I can chat to Logan.
You guys are my players. You are allowed to distract me. Right, I'm going to start doing that. And I say we'll be come back in about maybe 15 minutes if you guys are happy with that length of break. I'll pop backwards and forwards anyway. I'll just start getting dinner sorted very, very quickly. Just everything needs to go in a pot, really. Yeah.
That's fine by me. 15 minutes is fine.
All right. Cool. See you in a minute.
Logan, is your mic working? No.
What was it?
Get off me, Voltish. I need your help.
Hey, don't be silly, brother. I'll always be here to help you.
Well, let's
Does that mean there's an arm just sitting around on the floor somewhere that hasn't dissolved yet? That you could take around as like a
Hanging to his
trophy?
throat.
Is it still moving?
It's just attached, like just a forearm.
Can we tame it? A bit as a pet.
Just hang it from
Yeah,
some kind of like war trophy.
that's my holy symbol.
A little flopping hand. Should go pop it on the dad's body outside.
I'm going to challenge him to a duel and slap him with his son's own hand.
Throw it across the room.
High five! I stick it up.
Oh god.
Either that or use it to masturbate.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
No. Oh, you know what you should do? Is just attach
You
it.
stepped over the line there. You stepped over the line there, dude.
You should attach it to your spiritual weapon and just so it looks like there's this invisible, like this corporeal hand holding a spiritual weapon. Oh. Yeah, I think if we come across some ancient relics, the old was it like a genie's lamp or bladder of ever-flowing water? Does that count as a stream? I wonder. Does that count? Could you pull it out and kill vampires with it?
No, they just can't cross a stream of water.
I thought they didn't like. I thought they were like what's it called? Susceptible to daylight and flowing water.
Flowing water.
I thought there was something about daylight as well, though.
I suppose we need to find out about these vampires.
Sunlight.
Yeah, direct. Yeah, but it has to be direct, doesn't it? Hence the fog.
Yeah. That hence the clouds and the fog. Like it's bright. It's dull daylight, but we can. They're still immune to what's going on until they. Here we go. Walking up for you.
Yeah, I think there's. I know in Logan's game there was a choice, and I chose the bracelets of healing, but it was a toss-up between the bracelets of healing, the immovable rod, which it just sounds hilarious. That'd be so funny. It's like, Gladra, hold this. Just pin you to your pin, just like put it on the back of someone's cape or something, and it'd be so handy. It'd be so fun. Or the like the endless blood or whatever. Where was it? Yes. Lose my reputation. Was this from is it Tasha's Cauldron or something? What you just pasted in there?
No, it's from the monster manual.
Oh, is it?
If you go to the compendium, which is the black eye in the black circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Type in vampire.
Yeah.
And it should come up with the vampire monster.
Yeah, I tend to avoid that. I don't want to ruin things for myself. Like the anticipation. There's some of the most difficult things to vanquish, aren't they? With their bloody regen.
Yes, little sots. What's that one child who's not going to be playing Knocked On 1 for a while? Not with that hand, anyway.
He won't be causing his father any more issues.
It's easy enough. All you have to do is make sure the whole group makes more than its regen per round.
Yeah.
It's like 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Keep doing it that way.
Yeah, but it's the whole charming thing and stuff. You know, I didn't spell it right. Vampire's bite. Does that count as poison?
No, it's necrotic.
Oh, it's necrotic. Okay.
So,
It's like
vampire's bite will. Okay, so you do piercing damage, which takes down your normal hit points. Then it's got necrotic damage, which then takes your maximum amount of hit points down by that much. So until you get a long rest, you can't get your maximum hit points back to its original maximum.
Yeah, you're in the hurt locker.
Yeah, so you've got to remember that you've got to do when you're in the maximum section, say you've got 29 hit points, you go 29/26 if you've taken 3 points of necrotic. So you take off the 26 for your maximums, and you've also got, remember, you've got a placeholder there for your maximum of what you originally were.
21.
Oh, this would also, because up until we have a long rest, you can only recover what your maximum is that's been adjusted, which is very difficult. That's very difficult for clerics to keep that healing up.
Jason's back.
Yeah. I was actually making myself useful for a change.
What's on the menu tonight?
Curry.
Nice.
You thought I was going to say fucking takeout, didn't you?
No, because I asked Aaron earlier. And he said he was, or should I say, Lorraine said she'd prepped dinner.
We should give the fat guy a hand to bury him. Sorry.
It took you a while to come up with that one, didn't it? I'm proud of you, though. That's good. I like it. Don't worry, you've always got something to remember him by.
Yeah. You are his hand. We haven't even got to put it in a cast. We could just stick it like that. Anyhow, if it's a big hand, we can use it as a food bowl.
What the fuck have you guys been talking about while we've been gone?
Desecrate more bodies.
Nothing, in fact. We've only just started. The only thing you missed about was how to kill a vampire.
Is it something to do with running water?
Oh, there we go! Ding, 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 ding! We got a winner! Exactly what I was saying. Yeah, we just need to find a tap. Then we're good to go. Or you just.
I don't know if it is, but I swear I heard that it was.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It takes 20 points of acid damage when it ends its turn in running water.
Jesus.
So, in other words, it doesn't take anything if you're holding him down, and then if it suddenly just turns into smoke or bats, and that's the end of its turn, and it gets out of there, then it's basically moot. You've just tried to drown it for no reason at all.
So you could technically grapple it, hope he fails his save, and then
You just stand in the middle and it can't attack you with a bite or something. Unless it comes in, attacks, and then jumps back out.
I mean, isn't there a spell to paralyze it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we could chuck water on it. Has anybody else got an inspiration?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's alright.
Logan, we go through this every session since we've had the inspiration.
I know.
We'll keep on forgetting to use the bloody thing.
I know. I could have used it loads of times. So I ate jack shit.
For those times when you roll a red dice.
That was every time. Inspiration things are very handy to have. Ha ha ha. There's gonna be loads of hand jokes.
Well, you better arm yourself pretty well with them then.
Ha 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 ha. Well, we have a long arm of the law.
You can just use it as like your pointing device.
Yes. Which way? Over there. There's an arm. I pull the arm out. Point.
Pass me that. You there, barman?
Can I have 2 drinks? One for me and one for my arm. It'd be like the thing. I tell you what, I need a spell to turn it into, what is it, the thing?
Oh,
Hand that, what's his name?
Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were about The Thing, the movie. I was like,
No,
gosh, no, it's nothing like that. That's pretty horrific.
Yeah, I need a spell to turn it into the thing. Oh, it's snowing again. I think it's snowing.
Hello again.
Hello.
Hello. How are we all feeling?
Well, we've got a hand of it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, you guys, to return back to where we were, you guys are all stood around. The moment has just happened where Donavich has thrown himself to the ground. He is crying. He's in pieces. He doesn't know what to do, and he's just crying uncontrollably. Even Ismark seems to be just stepping down the stairs slowly. And yeah, you guys have just killed this essentially this vampire spawn. I mean, you guys feeling good? You guys gloating? You guys feeling sad?
Jules will walk over and place an arm on him and go, "Let me give you a hand up."
Sorry, 2 seconds, guys.
Ooh, some sensual music.
There you go. Yeah, Lorraine decided she didn't like us anymore, and she quit the Discord.
Yeah. Bind us up.
Sorry,
Valtesh is going to go. I'm sorry, Donavich, but he left us no choice.
Donavich himself seems to be in tears, even with both the brothers trying to help him. By the way, Jules, is your spiritual weapon still up?
Yes. Well, yes. But
Alright, just checking.
It's being held in the air by this corporeal hand. That...
Well, it drops after a minute, so
Yeah.
you know
Or he just
it'll
goes up to
drop.
it and soaks in.
Okay. Yes, even with your help, Donavich just seems to just literally. He's not even crying. He's not wailing. It's that almost sadness which just comes from staring into essentially nothing. He just sees where his son was, and like I'm even gonna say it. Like you guys could see him trying to piece the bits back together, try to form. Obviously, the smile in his head, and just try to picture his son as he was, even as human. But he's just...
I pass him the dead arm, but we're not chopped off, and go. Do you want to hand me that?
Brutal. At least he's now at peace, Donavich.
He's in pieces.
Would you like a hand burying what remains of him?
Ismark puts his hands against both Valtesh and Jules and goes, I think it's best if we go upstairs. And
I think it is.
he starts to walk away, leaving Donavich to cry at the foot of the, well, at his child's foot.
There was nothing else down in this basement, was there? You guys have had a look around, haven't you?
No, we hadn't.
I will say, in fact, yeah, Valtesh, just give me a quick perception as you're going up.
Yeah, it's probably not me, news.
I love it, Valtesh is just like, oh, hang on a second, while you're just grieving your son, I'm just gonna have a quick scour around the room, see if there's anything else going on in here. Don't mind me.
As you have a quick gander around, you don't see anything. In fact, the entire place looks like you can see faint claw marks, even against the wall as you're going up the stairs. But there's soiled remains to one side. There's even a small pool of blood that you carefully step over. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything. Well, to be honest, anything physical. There's just nothing around. Are you guys all going upstairs, by the way?
Yep.
I'm not
Yeah.
staying here in this awkward mess.
Yeah. Jules will say, "Come, father. We have a burial to do. This poor burgomaster is he's buried."
Burgomaster.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I'm trying to grab you and you're all just moving away. Okay. Gladra. Give me a perception with an advantage this time.
Advantage. Cool.
Fuck it, I'll do. You see a figure who is sat by the altar. As you see the figure at the altar, you start to realise that it seems to be a female presence, and you see Irina, who's been knelt there praying. And as you start stepping into the chapel, she turns around and goes, "Hello. Have you managed to see Father Donavich?"
Does she know who they are? Because
Gladger's just going to turn around and go, who are you?
Irina! Good to see you.
Oh, there we are. Hello, boys. You're right, she wouldn't have actually recognised Gladger, but as Jules and Voltage was going forwards, there's recognition in her face. She smiles and goes, "We don't often get many non-human, I guess is the polite way to even try and put it, coming around here. I assumed you were the others who were left in the tavern. But I'm glad that you found safety here, and I have to thank you again for bringing my father here. Have you seen...
It's Valtesh, but no worries, Irina. That's okay.
It's no problem, wench.
This vertically challenged friend of mine is Gladra. He is a pleasant individual. He's most excitable and adds a lot of value and fun to the group. And the austere-looking female behind us is Aurelia, a feisty individual and somewhat of an accomplished warrior.
She does seem very ready. Especially with that strange contraption she seems to be holding in her hands.
She is not a whore.
Oh, I would never say anything of the sorts. I mean, she just seems to be very, very capable and ready for any sort of action to come her way.
Irina, where have you been?
I've it's like as I said to you, Valtesh, and she looks over Gladra to make eye contact with Ismark, and she gives a soft smile when I just had to have a moment just to think about Father by myself without feeling guilty for not being able to help everybody else around me. But I thank you for bringing him here, and I'm sure Father had a beautiful rite ceremony. Unless, of course, it still hasn't happened yet, of which I'm sure Donavich, Father Donavich could help us. And then she kind of looks around. Oh. She goes, where is Father Donavich?
I just want to interject with something off topic. Now I realise the moment of consequences. Like my brain just went, shit! Consequences to our actions!
Father Donavich is probably indisposed, but he may join us in a while. Your father, however, lays to rest on a plinth outside if you want to go pay tribute, and Jules was kind enough to dig a hole in his memory for no apparent reason and refill it. But if you'd like, we can take you around to see his decaying body upon the plinth.
You have a strange way of comforting, but I appreciate the thought at least. Thank you. And she stares at Ismark, who gives a smile and goes, "I don't think the father's going to be performing the rites today. I'm sorry, Irina. I tried to help, but I don't think that he'll be able to pull himself from his despair this time."
He has his hand full.
My brother is an accomplished cleric.
I
Be
can
more than happy.
Oh, wonderful! So you'll perform the last rites under the glorious eyes of the Morning Lord, and to wish him safe travels under the protection of the Night Mother. Yes.
Oh yes, definitely. I can definitely do that for you, wench.
Then yes, please, can we? May we go see him? And she starts following you out, and yeah, she looks at you to lead the way.
Okay. I don't know where the body is. I went there, so Valtesh loved it.
Her and Ismet then start going forwards and making their way around as Ismet talks to her and goes, "It was awful. Doru just couldn't control himself any longer." And then they stop for a second and have a bit of a I'll whisper. In fact, yes, Valtesh, you know how I love all of these perceptions. Would like to do a quick perception as well.
Not an insight. No? Okay,
No.
perception.
I mean, Aurelia, I'll say you can do a perception if you like.
Well, quite frankly, it doesn't matter if it was insight, they're still both -3. Ooh, 18! Look at that! -350.
That's enough. Sorry, excuse me.
Oh, wow. Aurelia.
You both
Keen
hear
ears.
Ismark turn around and go, to be honest, they didn't really hold back or even try to either. And sadness seems to wash over Irina's face before she reforms it to a bright smile again and goes, come now, brother. Let's put our father to rest. And starts to proceed forwards again.
Through this entire time, Gladra has been like slowly following behind the group.
Alrighty. And what about Ori? Are you coming as well? Wonderful.
Valtesh is a little bit annoyed that his effort to pierce the vampire in place went unrecognised as a means of diffusing the situation.
I mean, it would have been great if it pierced the vampire in place.
Yeah.
He does clap and he goes, you are very strong, Valtesh. Like, I've not seen power like the power which you seem to possess. What was that crazy madness?
No madness, just refined skill over many years of looking out for my brother and being And he drifts off, as he doesn't like to talk about his past.
Irina goes over to him and puts a hand on his arm, smiles and goes, we all have past, Valtesh. Don't worry about it. And both her and Ismark go to the front of the chapel, and there they await for everyone to join in the rites that Jules will perform for us.
Sweet.
Gladra is still staying as far away as humanly possible without seeming to be rude to the situation.
I come back over. Is everybody ready?
Thank you.
I say, night mother. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. But everybody is dancing in the moonlight.
Carry on. They look at you
That's it.
expectantly. My father, you...
Child! Wench, be quiet!
I'm sorry, Cleric Jules.
To the sun god. You are my sunshine. My only sunshine. This gentleman made us happy when skies were grey. He'll never know how much we love him. So please don't take his sunshine away.
You don't know how hard it is for me not to choke on my rice right now.
Choking on rice would be a skill.
True.
Please?
It's fucking tiny.
Well,
Please take this man and make him happy in his afterlife. May you bless this gentleman and this wench in their travels with us, and may he watch over them for many, many years, but not as a ghost. Amen.
as you finish off, both Irina and Ismark, who heads to the ground, slowly raise their heads to the sky and go, may his soul finally leave Barovia. May he be one of the many to move on. And as soon as they do that, you start to hear a As you see over, in fact, Baltesh, it's over to your east. Suddenly, a creature starts walking forwards towards you, just over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See.
As a creature starts walking towards you, a woman, pale as death herself, and starts going, "Ooh, very fancy words. I'd love to have a bite of yourself myself." And over by Gladra, you start to hear a little bit of a giggling, as suddenly, turning around, Gladra, you see that another female starts to slowly approach and goes, "Ooh, look at the size of this little one. He looks like he'll be quite a lot of fun." And finally, you all start to hear, I guess it wouldn't even be here, Valtesh, you definitely would feel the presence of something evil very, very strongly next to you. As you suddenly hear coming through the giggling and the little childish torments of going, "Enough." And on top of the chapel stands a character, tall and mighty. And you guys might remember him from you got the little handouts, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep, Strahds Victims. Ah, that one. Oh, that's why I'm trying to open up my thing and I realise I've already got it open somewhere. Where on earth are you? But yeah,
I think we've got Strahd, haven't I?
You should have Strahd, but I can always...
Yeah, I've got him.
Yeah. If you just go into your journal, I can send it to you again if you like. And should be...
In player handouts, named NPC handouts.
Yeah, it's there, right at the bottom. Strahds Victims. And there we go. You see a tall, gaunt-like figure who just stands at the top. And both of the vampires start to sort of step away and goes, "I'm sorry, Count. I'm very, very sorry. Please don't hurt us." And he just gives them a bit of a smile and he turns to Jules and with a small wave of his hand he goes, "Beautiful words. Now, would you mind doing them with an actual meaning this time? Or do we need to knock the respect back into you?"
I see you brought your wenches with you, sir. My words, these are my words from my god. They are very respectable. And how dare you come down here and interrupt this fine proceeding?
Proceeding. This is meant to be a funeral, a time of respect. And yet all you seem to be doing is just mocking him, talking about daylight and souls moving on. This man was a great man for Barovia. And it does pain me that such pain has fallen on my beloved Irina. But I will not have you make mockery of such a great man. And as a click of his fingers, you start to hear growling as coming from the hills to the side, hopping over the fence, seems to be a series of wolves just suddenly appearing.
Oh, look, you've brought your doggies too.
More start appearing by the vampire spawns, and they start gleefully going, "Ooh, now we're getting a little bit of fun, aren't we?" And Strahd simply turns to you all and goes, "So, you think that you're strong enough to try to keep Irina from my grasp? You're all pathetic, really."
Can I say while doing this, Gladra's cast Mage Armor?
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, absolutely, of course. And Irina's turning from in front of went, "Strahd, please. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know your obsession, but please, it's meant to be my father's funeral. He's dead." And a sadness goes over Strahd, and he looks up slowly, locking eyes with her, and then gazes from each and every one of you across, and goes, "I did not mean for your father to die, and I will not hurt any of these by my hand alone. But if they dare try to come between me and you, then I will have to kill them. You do know that, Irina. And Ismark draws his sword and tries to, his hand shaking as he points it to Strahd and goes, "How dare you! I won't let you take her at all!" And Strahd just mockingly just like waves him away and goes, "You're nothing but a child. What was it that they call you in the town? Ismark the Lesser? The little one who can't seem to get out of his father's shadow ever. Even within his death, you'll always be mocked." And is there anything you guys would like to do?
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat.
Alrighty. Until you can take the dash action. Okay.
I'm already aimed at Strahd. I'm going to take a shot at the prick.
Okay.
And if while he's doing that, then I'm gonna take my well. Actually, now I've got a silver sword on me, haven't I?
You do, yeah.
So I will take hold of Irina and take the silver swords to her throat, and say, and Baltesh just look at Strahd and go, "Leave us in peace, or no one leaves here."
As you say that, Aurelia pulls out the rifle and takes a shot, and it goes straight through his neck, as in Strahd's neck. Out from he's not even looking at Aurelia at this moment. He's staring at you if you hold a sword, and the bullet just goes from the right side up through the top of his jugular and out the other side again. And 21 damage, wonderful. And as he stares straight at Voltesh, you see the wound almost instantly just heal itself straight up. And his eyes just glance at Aurelia and go, "That wasn't very nice." And he clicked his fingers, and I'm sorry guys, but I'm going to have to ask you to all... Sorry, I'll just clear the list first. Yep, roll initiatives.
Can I just point out for once, it wasn't me that started the engagement with stupid fucking things.
I can acknowledge it wasn't you.
Thank you.
I will happily acknowledge that, yes.
It wasn't Gladra.
That for once it wasn't Gladra, yes. Because this isn't working, I'm gonna have to do all yours individually. How goddamn annoying. Excuse me. Don't worry, I won't do every single creature's. Did you go on that? You did go on that.
Oh, you say?
Cat. I will throw you out that window.
No, you won't.
I'm bigger than you.
I will give you to Jules.
Oh, fuck all. Don't fucking come to me.
So Strahd's just looking at Aurelia right now, is he?
Yes, at this current moment.
Could be.
Brilliant. And we've got...
No, sorry, he glanced at Aurelia, but he's staring at you.
Excellent.
Like, Aurelia took the shot off. He was aware that the shot happened to him, don't get me wrong. But yeah, he's mostly aware that you've got a knife up against her throat, as in Irina's throat. Yes, I realise that I have that. Whispers to play along. Irina also puts her hands down to her sword at her side as well. You realise that this time she is actually wearing her battle armour.
Badass.
Alrighty.
Make for the church. The house of God will protect.
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna work out that way. Just saying. Just saying.
I'm just going to point out, Gladra's not getting out of this because in order to get out to the front of the church, I have to take attacks of opportunity from like 4 fucking creatures.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, I'm
Jump
not
in the
gonna.
bag of holding.
I'm not gonna. It'll suffocate. We figured this one out,
Yeah.
remember?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
And then it also, if you destroy it, he just disappears to an eternal plane, doesn't he?
Exactly. Alrighty, so you have a lot of things around you. Aurelia, what would you like to do?
I am going to take another shot.
Alrighty.
That misses.
Who's the
shit.
shot at, by the way? Can I ask?
Strahd, of course.
Oh, okay. Of course. I mean, like, wasn't questioning it or anything. I just wanted to definitely make sure. That's all. All right, no worries. So
Hang
yes,
on,
the shot.
hang on.
No,
Hang
no,
on.
yeah.
Hang on. I've got something to do else as well because of the.
Oh, don't worry. You do what you do. I've got to yeah, I've got to try and remember what the hell I do.
Okay, so because I've got the dash action, I'm going to duck off over this way.
Yep.
As well.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right, wonderful. Is there anything else that you're doing?
Yeah. I've just got to work out the I've got the misfire on it because I rolled a 1.
Oh yeah. Forgot all
I've got to
about.
work out the misfire.
Blows up in your
Yeah,
hand.
just keep going to the next one.
Yep. All
No,
right.
just break.
Well, yeah. Instead of it being the next turn, Strahd's actually going to jump down, and he's going to literally step. Oh my God! I say he's going to jump down. Apparently, he's going to disappear. He's going to jump down, and
He was scared off.
He's going to casually start walking straight up to in front of Valtesh. All right, the vampire spawns time. These guys are very, very gleeful, and you know what? All they want to do is they just want to go around, have fun, do whatever the hell they want, and finally being off the hook. Here's a question: what the hell can they do? They can run around like crazy. So this one in front of Gladra is going to have fun. He's going to try and she's going to try and grab Gladra and lift him up off the ground. The one on the right. Oh yeah, that's why it doesn't work. Pressing multi-attack doesn't work. Does a 22 hit you, Gladra?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
She's gonna pick you up, and she's gonna think it's fun to well, you're grappled, by the way. You don't take any damage from it. Don't worry, so that you don't take that 7. However, you do take this slashing. Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you take 10 slashing damage.
You alright?
And then this one on the left, what she gonna do is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She can. Oh my God, I'm gonna stop clicking things so much. She's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All the way up to Ori. And she's gonna be like, girls always like to play fun, and she's going to also take a swipe at Ori. Ori, does a 10 hit you? No. You might actually just literally duck underneath it. And what about 15?
My armor class is 15.
If it meets, it beats. So yes, so she's going to go along, and after that first one doesn't hit you, she's going to raise up with a claw sticking out, and she's going to slash across your chest and do 10 slashing damage to you. So where you've got the red ring, the number 32. Yep, click that and just type in -10. I'm gonna. Are you sure you don't want me to throw the cat out the window?
Yes.
I can do it. Yeah, -10, and then click enter, and it does it automatically for you there. Seb? I know, right? Alrighty. At this point, what Strahd's gonna do is he's just gonna go along straight up to Valtesh, and you go, that wasn't very, very nice now, was it? And he's gonna put his hands right in front of his face, and he is gonna call. Oh my god! He's gonna do Ray of Frost.
Over what's her name? Irina.
Oh, he's.
No, I've not been able to talk or anything at this point.
Actually, hang on 2 seconds. I've just got to check something. But I can't do that. I'm afraid. I am very, very sorry. What he's going to do is he's going to put his hand right next to your face, and he's going to put into a fist and just punch you in the face, like just straight forwards. And oh my god, unarmed
Punched
strike.
off the map.
Where the hell is my unarmed strike? There it is. Sorry about that. Does a 10 hit you?
No.
Okay. You manage to just pull it out the way, and he hesitates for a second before, obviously, just missing out the way with a smile. All right. Ismark. Ismark's going to step forwards with his sword out and go, I told you to get away from my sister! And he's going to go up to Strahd, like, you know, the big boy that he is. And he's going to take his longsword, and he's going to swing it. Base two-handed, straight at him. And he's going to slash at him for 12 away. And he's got his multi-attack, which is going to swing back round to do 25. And he's just going to like land it straight through his chest. And Strahd takes how does he do more damage on that first one than the second one? In fact, it does the exact same. 24. Nice. Valtesh, now it's your go.
Okay, so Valtesh is gonna push Irina basically kind of in this direction and tell her to run for the safety of the church. But he's also going to turn to Strahd and shout at him. You claim to love or you claim to care for Irina, but you dishonor her by besmirching her father's funeral, and you provoke her brother, her most loved brother, to combat. And for all that Donavich spoke of you as a cunning warrior, you hide behind your minions and ambush us and outnumber us with an ambush. What are you? Some kind of coward? And then I want to ready a war pick with divine smite. War pick strike with divine smite if he comes at me again.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to respond to you. Is that your end of your go, by the way?
Yes. Yeah.
He's going to respond to you by just laughing and going, "Don't worry, I'm not going after any of her friends. Like nobody important to her anyway. Just you who dared put a knife to her." And he's not going to do anything on this turn. He's just going to simply smile at you because, you know, why the fuck not? And yeah, at the end of that go, it is the wolves' go. Yay! So, this pack of wolves, obviously, there's a giant green square here.
Yeah, that was my hand. I put it there for some reason.
Oh, okay, that's cool. These four are all gonna, they're all gonna come after Jules. They're gonna be like, hey, nom nom, nom nom, nom nom. Except for this one, which is gonna go after Ori. I'm sorry. Actually, I say I'm sorry. I'm not. Like, you all decide to kill Doru, and I quite like the idea of Doru, and I had a lot planned with this. So yeah, I'm gonna have them all do bites, which have obviously all got advantage. So, Jules, the first one does a 17 hit you. Okay.
Hit.
Can you do for me a strength check?
Not really.
Saving throw.
I'm saving throw. I'm happy with that one.
Wonderful. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Alrighty. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Ah, wonderful. Ori. Does a 16 hit? Ah, wonderful. And can you do for me a strength saving throw? You take 7 damage, by the way.
I take 9.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the top bit. Yep. Ah, wonderful. So you stay up as well. So you just take the 7 damage, and then on this side over here, you will have 5, 10, 15. Aurelia, I'm afraid you're about to be swarmed. You're gonna have these 3 coming over here. This one's gonna come up by Strahd, and these 2 are.
Is Irene? Sorry, is Irina there? I pushed her that way, didn't I?
Oh, sorry, did you? That was my fault. That.
Yeah. I just can't control the token.
No, it's alright. Oh my god. My mouse is being funny at the moment. It also doesn't help the fact that
Thank you,
I'm
Mum.
also... There we go. Right, so Aurelia, you're going to have 2 attacks at you. Once I get the... Oh my god, so many things. Does a 20 hit?
Oh, disadvantage on that. I've got a protection fighting style.
Okay, does a 15 hit?
No.
Ah, wonderful. Does a 12 hit? Obviously not.
11.
No. And then this wolf down here is going to take a bite at Ismark as well. And
Again, disadvantage on that one.
can you do it twice? I thought you could only do it once as a reaction.
It's not a reaction. It's just when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet. You can. Oh, sorry, no. It's use a reaction. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's another one.
So it's once, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Nice.
What is his? His is 17. Right, cool. So this is going to go, and he's going to go, obviously, because that's what they do. And for 11, he doesn't do anything. He manages to put his longsword up and scare the thing away. However, Strahd is going to turn around, and he's just going to, he doesn't like the look of Valtesh still, and he's just going to literally just go ahead with his hand and do like a back slap straight across Valtesh's face.
Proper like macho in.
Does a 17 hit?
No.
A 17 doesn't hit.
No, thank God.
Oh, nice.
Just. It's not far off, but it makes up. His armor class makes up for all his crap skills. Oh gosh.
Alrighty, so it is now Jules' turn.
Okay, does drinking a healing potion cast as a bonus action?
I will do it as a bonus action.
Alright, okay. For my action, I'm going to cast Bane on Strahd and the 2 vampire spawns.
Okay. Within range, just make charisma. Strahd succeeds.
That's fair enough.
And sorry, which are the 2?
2 vampire spawns.
Alright, so they both got to do charismas.
Yeah.
Saving throws. Do you have anything? Nope. Okay. Charisma. Charisma.
Fuck. That's fuck.
So they both succeed?
Yeah, I checked that, and I'd drink my potion as my bonus action. I can't.
Alrighty.
Was that 2d4? Is it 1d4 plus 2?
Yeah. 2d4 plus 2, isn't it? Up to 10.
Oh, I don't know.
I swear to God, I am about to fucking launch you.
2d4 plus 2, 8.
Oh, that's nice. I've had worse ones in your games, I won't lie to you.
Plus 8.
Yes.
There you go. That's it. That's all I can do.
Alrighty. Ori, what would you like to do?
Okay. Ori hasn't actually taken any damage before, so this is new territory for me. How does she heal? Plus, what happens if you get to 0?
I knew it was going to happen. She's going to take a massive mouthful of food.
Why Why did you eat when it was my turn?
I thought you were gonna do something like.
Obviously, I was going to ask questions.
I thought you were gonna do something.
She's
like
on like
stabbing.
15 health.
Right. So
Is that it? Don't worry about it. You got ages yet.
Yeah, but
to get health back, you either take a short rest, so like obviously you take a break essentially, which you'll do out of combat. You can take a potion, which Jules had. Who else has potions? You guys picked a bunch up, didn't you, earlier?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Was it?
Gladra had
Not
some.
used,
Used them. Jules used the ones from Death House. And then did you buy some? I can't remember. No, you didn't, because they were all quite a lot of
No.
money. Yeah.
I think Aurelia's got some kind of med pack or something. Though.
Yeah, she did a medic for Thingy with his boo-boo. But then the other thing is magic as well, so people with magic spells can heal you.
Yeah.
And when you do
Yeah,
go
lay
to
on
zero, you go unconscious. Yeah? And when you go unconscious, if you just bring up your character sheet, you essentially, if you imagine the idea of bleeding out, and if you just scroll up, you see where... Oh, down a bit. Sorry. You see where it says death saves next to your hit dice. You click that and it rolls, and like if you get 3 failures, your character dies, and 3 succeeds, your character succeeds. But don't worry about that until it happens.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
You going for the vampire bitch, you say?
Said who's stronger, the wolf or the vampire bitch?
Oh, I think that's a question to ask the room.
The vampire's
Alright,
extremely strong, and she'll regenerate, whereas the wolf you can just kill off and then focus on her.
okay.
So go for the wolf, and that's. But then again, what do I know? Maybe Aurelia or Jules might have some better advice.
Strike at one of them, disengage, and then bolt some way.
Alright, well,
Get-
she's gonna
get
go
to
for
the
the
church.
wolf. 'Cause I do feel like that's a good plan. So yeah, with a short sword.
All I'm going to say, Jules, is you're despicable. And sorry, do you see you going for the wolf? Yep, so it'll just be the 6 piercing on the wolf. You do a very, very nasty hit to the wolf, and it really doesn't like it. It's not looking great, but it's not looking as if it's going to just drop dead any second now either. I realise on the turn order I haven't pushed it forwards either. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Yeah, she would like to move away from this. How far can you move with disengage?
Hell to the
Defeat.
church. Go for the window.
Straight up
Nice.
there.
She's just waiting for the next turn.
Could she get through that window, or did you say it was too high?
I mean, like, being next to the
Athletic?
window, I would say that with, an athletics check, you could jump through the window. Why not? Hell, it's all a bit of fun, isn't it? I mean,
Give
it
it a
is for
go.
me now. Do you want to try go for that, or are you just going to leave it be?
What happens if she jumps from the window? Can she still shoot down at stuff?
Yeah, I'll say that you can go by the window and shoot down. You'll just have disadvantage.
Can she jump back down again without getting hurt?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, fuck it, let's give it a whirl.
Alright, if you go up to the window, which is just, there.
I hope this works. Oh.
Do me an athletics check.
Nice.
Oh, an 18. How do you want to jump through this window?
Backflip!
Oh, nice, nice.
What you end
Style.
up doing is you end up turning around, like you almost basically do a high jump. So you
Not a backflip.
Hang on. So you start running forwards, and as you start running, you plant your outer foot down, you twist your body, and you just literally backflip all the way through that window. Boom. So obviously anything that you can see, you can shoot at, but you'll have disadvantage unless you're looking straight at it, like the wolves which are in front of you, is what I will say.
Cool.
He's either got half or 3/4 or full cover.
Yes. Obviously, you're covered by the fact that it's also very high up, and these walls can't jump that high as well, which is all right. Oh God, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been looking backwards and forwards through this. I'm trying to think of what is a great way of really
To kill us
fucking
off?
you all over. Oh yeah, I know what would be good. So what Strahd's gonna do is firstly use.
Do you get a turn in between everyone's go?
No, don't be silly. He gets 3 turns between all the goes.
Christ.
And it,
Right.
yeah, and you know he's looking very very charged and very very pumped. And to be honest, like every little cut which you've just given him has just started slowly healing itself up, and his reaction is to go straight for Valtesh.
He keeps on slapping him, but he's just he's determined to draw blood. Damn it.
It's all right, man. Like I won't make it too bad. What he's gonna do is he's gonna use his unarmed strike to go and grab you. Does it? 11 doesn't get you. 11
I like it. I to be honest, I totally understand why he is going for me. Yeah, okay, he might have had his juggler shot out, but I did put a blade to his. Not that he knew I was bluffing, but
True. However, does a 27 hit you?
27. He just about gets me. Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes.
Oh, do I now do my reaction? So my what's it called? Does it trigger? It triggers, doesn't it? Because he's come at me.
He has came at you. Yep. You can do it with the war pick if you like. Try and go for that
Yeah.
swing. Bada swing.
Okay. Let me add that one, and here we go. Where is it? There it is. I've got it.
Don't worry, man.
War pick.
Yeah, so you go swinging
13.
that war pick, and as he goes for that first attack, you manage to duck underneath it, pick up the war pick, like slam it straight down, straight at him. He dodges out the way. He steps on top of your war pick, and literally, like his hand becomes almost like dagger-like. You know, he puts his nails flat out, and he just goes straight into your throat, and he does 12 slashing damage and 12 necrotic damage to you.
Oh, if I'm on the floor.
Tim?
I think I'm out cold now on the floor.
Oh, really? Oh no, man.
Let's have a look. Yeah, because it's 24. I only got 22, so I'm out cold.
Right.
I'm just having a look. I've got resistance to disease, but
necrotic's not quite a disease, I'm afraid.
No.
You could sound a little less pleased with yourself.
What are you talking about? Man? What are you talking about?
I can hear the gleefulness in your voice.
No.
Yeah,
I just killed the player. I just killed.
I ain't kill anybody, man. Don't be so silly. I mean, like, at the end of the day, all I'm doing is just showing you that Strahd is very concerned if you put, you know, Irina's life into any form of danger. And he is going to. I like how you put a big X on yourself as well.
Does inspiration come into it at all? Can I use that somehow or not?
No, I'm afraid not. Inspiration means that you can roll your roll again a second time before I tell you if it hits or not. Essentially, though that's not exactly like, you know. Oh, it has to be then. Like obviously depending on what it is. And
X is dead.
Seb? Oh yeah.
X's are dead. You need the unconscious one, which is the third.
What are we doing then? What's our...
There we go. Oh God! No, you put it back on.
It's got red head.
Yeah. Anyway, it's now Irina's turn, who you threw down here, and she's going to turn around and try to attack Strahd himself. And she's gonna use her rapier. Bum ba da bum. Because, you know, she's a strong, independent woman. And with Ismark next to her, on the other side, flanking, she gets advantage. So manages to stab the rapier through his heart. And she just looks at him and goes, "That's for my father, you sick, sick being." And Strahd just smiles. He puts his hands out and goes, "Don't worry, my darling. He'll be with me once again." And as she spits on him. Strahd simply pulls himself back off the rapier, and he starts. What is his fucking speed? Sorry, I'm still catching up. He simply.
Can I just pause you a second? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I've got a query. What did Bane do to Strahd? Jules did Bane.
Yeah, but it failed because they all passed their wisdom.
Oh, fine. Okay, good. I thought I was a glimmer of hope I'd still be alive, but never mind. I'll go back to dying on the floor. Sorry.
And
Oh, be
Strahd
quiet,
is
man.
simply going to start walking away. 15, and he,
Bastard.
as he starts
Laid me out cold and walks off.
as he starts walking away, he literally disappears into mist. Poof.
Oh, brilliant. He just backhanded me to death. That's badass. I like it. I'm
All
impressed.
right. Gladra, anything that you'd like to do in this situation?
There is. He wants to run over and revive me. That's what he wants to do.
I
Sorry.
can't run anyway. I'm grappled.
You are. I'm
Yeah.
going to say this, right? I was having a look at a few bits during while making dinner and whatnot. I will say, while you are grappled, someone is holding on to you. Which in that terms means you can do something back, or you can try to release yourself. Obviously, it depends on what you can do. You can't fire a bow, obviously. And if you've got a longsword, you can't stab with a longsword. But daggers and stuff like that, I will go with that. However, it also does mean that you have a lesser AC as a consequence if you are grappled by the thing that's attacking you. I think that's how I'm going to play it with this one. Because, these vampires are fun, and I think it's alright if they're right in front of you, So, Gladra, what would you like to do?
Can I do Ray of Frost?
You can try.
Yeah?
Yep.
That okay?
Yep.
So that's that.
Who's it going on?
The vampire that's literally got a hold of me.
Yep, alrighty. A frigid beam, what is it, cantrip, of make a ranged spell attack, alright, on a hit.
So,
Yep, and as you do the Ray of Frost, she actually grabs your hands and throws your hands up in the air, and the frost just literally just beams on top of you. And yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid that's it.
well, fuck.
Anything else you'd like to try?
There's nothing else I can try, is there?
Alright, Aurelia.
That's my rifle's misfired. I'm going to free action draw my 2 pistols.
Yep.
Or 1 pistol, rather.
Yep.
Look down at the floor next to me and... stupid Dragonborn. I kneel down next to him. I open his mouth, grab his tongue. And as I touch his tongue...
Boom. So now he is stable. So, that thing I was saying about where you have to do the death saving throw? Mm-hmm. So this basically means that he's stable. There's no way that he can die at the moment, unless somebody attacks him, obviously. But yeah, he basically is not having to do those rolls anymore, basically. Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean? Sorry, just as a teaching point here, and sorry, Chris, to interrupt your turn.
That's fine.
Does that mean that Valtesh can do anything on his turn, or is he's just there until someone actually revives him, but with no saving throws?
Unconscious. He's unconscious.
Okay, so he's still unconscious.
Yep.
But
he doesn't have to make. Yeah. He doesn't have to make death saves because I've stabilized him to 0.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it. Yeah.
I won't lie. We'll see how it plays out as well, because I might always just throw, just like the grapple thing, I might throw something else in there as well to make it a bit more interesting, just in case. But we'll see how it all goes. But
Can I just point out one thing?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cheers.
Yeah.
It says you can touch the living creature. You didn't have to touch his tongue. So he's literally just opened his mouth up and grabs his tongue just for the sheer fun of grabbing his tongue.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Reach down, grab the tongue, give it a bit of a shake and say, yeah, you're stabilised now. Watch the head loll about with it going, blah, blah.
Is it just like a warm feeling from your touch goes down his...
Is there anything else that
You don't know.
can do
You're still
really?
unconscious.
That is also a true point, by the way.
Yeah.
This
I
is all
can't
bad
do anything
dream.
else. I can't do anything else. Honestly,
No.
I can move, but I don't want to take the.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't want to take the hit.
What's the rule with sorting out your misfire again? I can't remember. Is the gun actually just broken now? Or do you have to just repair it?
I have to spend a round repairing it
Yeah,
with Tinker's tools.
I was trying to
So
remember what
that's
it was
why
from
I've
your
dropped
character sheet. No, that's alright. Alright, so Vampire Spawns. Hello, Gladra. This one that has you in its grasp, it's going to go along and just take a nice, mean bite out of you. Does a 22 hit?
No.
You're going to take 8 piercing and 5 necrotic. Also, the necrotic, well, you're unconscious anyway, so, this is technically like a long rest. It happens until the end of a long rest, your maximum hit points is going to reduce by 5.
What?
Your maximum hit points reduced by 5.
Mate, you're not on the floor unconscious. Don't worry about it.
No, he is.
Oh no, I am.
Yeah. But until...
And I've now just gone down to a maximum of 18 hit points. That's what I'm pissed off about.
Well, all I'm going to say is, Jules is...
More hit points than me.
Jules also has still got points missing from him from his thing with Doru. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Have I got such low HP?
This vampire spawn here is going to go 5, 10, 15, and she is going to start walking up the wall towards Ori. Ori, I'm going to give you, because she's literally just coming up this big window gap, I'm going to let you have an opportunity attack if you want to swing your short sword at her.
Does it get advantage or anything?
No. You get a free attack, basically, though. Unfortunately, you just missed, and she manages to step in next to you, and she also takes a swing at you as well. And she does...
Can she enter? I didn't think she could enter because it's someone else's building.
It's a completely ruined, derelict building. In fact, I will go into that more later on if you ask the right people.
Fine, no problem. Well, sorry, Ori. I thought you were safe in there.
That's what I thought as well by Aaron's feedback, which was "Don't worry, you're safe."
Yeah, what a sod! He set you up there, didn't he? He had your pants down.
So this creature's basically grabbed you, so you are also grappled, and that's all it's going to do. Ismark's going to, turn around, and he's going to try and help keep all the wolves away. Where the hell are you, Ismark? There you are. Can you do
under the body?
Special? No. So he's going to just turn around, and he's going to do a two-handed attack straight at the wolf right next to him. And then he's going to turn around and follow that up with another one. Almost like a swift kick to it, and then just going to bang the pommel straight down on it as well. And he is going to... he's going to kill that wolf dead.
Huh?
And he literally kicks the body out the way, and he steps a bit closer to protect Valtesh's body. He's going to not step that closer. Valtesh, you're down now at the moment. Just do me a favour and roll me a d20. 16. All right, no worries. Yeah, you're bleeding out at the moment, but you are seeing a ray of hope. And finally, these wolves. There is hunger in their eyes, and they're the 3 which are around Jules. They're going to take quick bites. Wolf. Nom 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 nom. Bite, bite, bite. Does a 15 hit?
No. I think he had 16, didn't he?
Yeah,
Is that what we said earlier?
It's 16. So you'll take the 24 damage, which is a 12.
Why do they have advantage?
So they've got pack tactics. So
Oh, fair enough. Got it.
But also, how I like to do it is if you can see a straight line from one ally to another ally between the
Yeah.
enemy. So like how I'm
The
done
two,
with
yeah.
Ismark and Irene now. That gives
Yeah.
you advantage. If again, like almost like with the sneak attack as well.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think it's a
yeah, I
sneaky
see.
way of like doing it. So like obviously you're engaging, and then suddenly their advantage is the fact they've got their back to you. Obviously, if they're engaged in heavy combat, I don't mind people being like, "Oh, can I get this?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, sure." Like obviously, what happened with on the stairs, Doru had 2 people around him, plus a mace behind him, plus then obviously Aurelia shooting at him as well. But
Does
yeah,
that work as well for, like, if, say, Aurelia wanted to disengage from there,
Yep.
because Irene is engaged with that wolf that's in the bottom left-hand corner from Aurelia, does that mean there's only one opportunity attack against Aurelia, or would she still have to risk 2?
she'd still have to risk the 2, but then if Irene wanted to get
Okay.
away, those 2 can't attack Arena because they've used their
Okay.
reaction. Because yeah, an opportunity attack's a reaction.
Oh,
So like if you use
okay.
your shield, you wouldn't be able to do your attack then as well. But yeah, sorry, Jules.
Yeah.
So altogether, you take 18 damage.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah, it's me now.
You got the 24, which is the 12, because obviously it's a crit. And then you've got the 23, which is just a 4. And you
Yeah.
are also down as well?
Yep, no.
Alrighty. At that point, as soon as your body hits the ground, there's a sharp whistle which seems to cut through the air. And almost like on instinct, the wolves all lift their heads. And quickly they all go "Ooh!" back. And they all start zipping away. And they until they all essentially feck off is the polite term here. And that's all the wolves, isn't it? The
Vampire. One.
vampire next to Gladra smiles and goes down and brushes his cheek gently and be like, "I'll be seeing you another time." As she turns around and almost like phases away. And the last one, which is with Ori, grappling her, lifts her off the ground, gets her very, very close to her face and go, "Now you know how strong the Count really is," before dropping her away and jumping down the window and running off into the wild.
Ori spat in her face before that.
She takes a spit with her mouth open. Oh. And
Re-poisons the vampire spawn.
you guys are all out of combat now.
Unconscious.
The 2 largest people and the most violent one, hyperactive, are down. Obviously, you guys aren't feeling well, but Irina quickly hands over to Aurelia health potion. I say, "Quick, give this to the fallen. Give this to the Valtesh. I'll go help his brother." And she passes another one straight to Ismark, who goes over to Gladra. And Valtesh.
Is Gladra down as well, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Valtesh, Jules, and Gladra, roll me 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus
9.
2. 2d4
Ooh.
plus.
I'm guessing you jumped out the window, by the way.
Yeah, Ori's jumped back out the
Is that
window.
Did I just click the right thing?
A 1 and a 4. That balances out, doesn't
so
it?
Jason, you get 4 basically in the end.
Right.
And lastly, you all suddenly hear a sharp ding, and then just like little ding, 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 as the bell starts to go a bit nuts. After Ori just jumped back out the window. Not just after she goes along and obviously you all start healing up and you all start getting up, you suddenly hear the bell going a bit nuts.
Feels like he's drunk.
Don't like this place anymore.
Wow.
I really don't like this place anymore. But thank you, Wendt, for your help.
Irina, I don't like your boyfriend. He's not the most friendly.
He's not my boyfriend. I will never be his. And he doesn't even want anything to do with me. Just the crazy idea of who I seem to look like.
Well, I hope you're not expecting us to protect you. after that.
I'm sorry I raised a knife to your throat. I was hoping he would stand down.
She gives him a nod and goes, "Don't worry, I at least knew what you were doing. I just think he's a bit possessive of anything that he likes to think that is his. I think that's why he might also have been here tonight, not just because of me, but because of Doru. I always knew that he managed to get to Doru, but I didn't quite realize how crazed Donavich had gone to bring Doru to this place and just lock him away, dying constantly every day of food. No wonder the entire place is desecrated."
So this is unholy ground, is it?
I think it's more the fact that he had to welcome Doru in. I mean, surely you've heard about vampires and the fact that they can't be indoors.
Yes, I was hoping we could have managed to reach the church and fortify ourselves inside.
I don't think that the church would be quite safe right now, but maybe we'd be able to get Father Donavich and we'd be able to go back to the mansion. No one's been able to welcome him there, and Strahd or his vampire minions can't set foot in my place at all.
Are you sure you can trust Donavich, especially after loss of his son?
I think the only thing we can really do is try.
I agree. We can't dally here. Let's make haste back for the mansion.
Can anybody
rest and recuperate?
Sorry,
Gladra.
No. Can anybody invite a vampire into the residence?
Yeah, that's what it said according to Chris's copy and paste.
So it doesn't have to be a resident.
What did it say? I think it said occupant. Did it? Here you go. I'll put it up again. Forbidden. The vampire can't enter. Sorry, Aaron.
Are you asking as Gladra, or are you asking as obviously yourself?
I'm asking as Gladra.
Irina turns to you and says, "We don't dare try it. Even if there is a chance that might happen, would you like to be the one who brings in the vampire who kills your entire family?" And
Well, it's more the fact of can we trust Donavich not to invite a vampire into your home?
Come, group.
I've known Donavich
we need to make haste.
If I can't trust him, I don't know who I could trust.
Aurelia,
sorry.
Are you with us?
Yes.
And,
we're heading for the mansion. Will you join?
Yes. Of course I am.
To the wench's house. Let's go.
I hear you offered some support when I was felled by the great demon. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Are you not going in the church?
Yeah. As you go into the church, Irina suddenly starts screaming. And
I thought we were going to the mansion.
Yeah, they said to go get the father first.
Oh, right, okay.
What the fuck was that?
Was what?
Irina's screaming, and we know why.
So as you walk into the church, you suddenly realise why the bell was going frantic, and there, dangling from the rope around his neck, is Donavich hung.
Okay, Valtesh is going to go up and cut the rope. Or can he reach? Can he reach the rope above him? Or stand on this altar?
Yeah, you're quite tall. With your, do you have a sword? You got your silver sword.
Yeah, short sword.
Where Donavich's body is.
Yeah. Accidentally cuts the father's head off.
While they're doing this, can I do my thing downstairs?
Oh yeah. What would you like to do downstairs?
I'll message you.
You'll message.
I sent you whisper. I sent you whisper.
Yeah, I call you despicable, but yes, sure.
That's fair enough, then. Cool.
Yeah. Gladra, I think this house. Sorry.
No, sorry. You carry on.
Valtesh is going to lay the father on the altar and then look to Gladra and say, "Gladra, I think it's best that this house of God, or this religious building, go the same way as the house we left in the mist. and we purge it and cleanse it with fire.
Irina turns around with Ismark and goes, No, this is the only chapel these people have. Even without Donavich, even with the room, it's still part of Barovia.
Okay, good point. Maybe not go, not don't set the place on fire, Gladra.
And
You see the look of excitement drain from Gladra's eyes as he stops mid doing fireball.
You could still set the father's body on fire. He is on top of the altar. It won't spread. It's all stone.
Well, with that, I'm going to say that's where we are going to leave it this session as well, if you guys are happy with that.
Yeah, hanging out. I need a long rest.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not going to lie, I was going to do it even if you weren't happy with that, but yeah. You guys have had your first experience of Strahd. Congratulations, you survived.
Just.
But you're still alive.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, proper.
So,
so
are we?
OP, isn't he?
Are we doing a long rest?
Well, you can decide that if you want to. You're obviously in a church, abandoned church, where vampires have attacked you. But I mean,
Yeah, but we were going to go back to the mansion, weren't we?
yeah, but then you saw a hung body, and
Do it after the. We'll do it after the mansion.
Yeah. I won't put words in your mouth, but I will.
Can I take a short rest?
Yeah. While you guys are sorting out the body, I don't mind you taking a short rest. I mean, you can take a long rest when you get to the mansion as well. But for now, we'll leave it where we're in the church.
Cool.
Cool.
I don't know why I clicked it twice. That was just stupid.
That's alright.
And I've lost those hit points. The max hit points is lost for good. Yeah.
Until the end of your long rest.
Until the end of your
same
long
as
rest.
Jules.
So now I have to remember how many hit points I had.
In fact, yeah. You should say on your character sheet. Where are you, Gladra?
Yeah, but I've knocked that down.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I lost my max hit points.
You
So I've
lost
knocked that
5.
down.
You lost 5.
Yeah, it's just having to remember it. It's all good.
Okay, so the
Right,
next
wait.
time you do this,
No.
Gladra, remember to put a slash in it. So keep your maximum the way it is. Put a slash, and then put the number down that you've lost. That way you know that you've got 29 max and then 26.
Right.
Tell you what, Strahd's +9 for his attack modifier is nails. Absolutely nails.
Oh, do I get? What else do I get? Do I get anything else?
So he gets in at
7.
11, and he's just wow.
7 already, so
So, sorry. Sorry, you guys keep continue. I'm just talking to the rain for a sec.
Yeah, it was just crazy. A +9 modifier. Wow.
oh yeah.
Channel
So
divinity.
he needs to roll a 7 or less for me to avoid taking damage to an unarmed palm strike or whatever it was called.
I get channel divinity back. Woohoo!
For a short rest, what dice do I roll for to get my hit points back?
See where it says hit dice?
There you go.
Roll up to
Nice.
3 times. You can
Well
roll
done,
up to
well
3 times to get the.
Ori's great escape. I was like, yes, look at that. At least someone's going to survive. They won't be able to go into the church. Like poor old
Did Ori
Lorraine
get
was
hit?
like, yeah.
I was so.
You got slapped about a little bit, didn't you, Lorraine?
Come off it.
I was so confused. What the fuck to do? Cast Bane, cast Fairy Fire.
He's the only one that didn't get hit.
I was going to try and run away.
Yeah.
Didn't even get a second turn.
2 seconds. I'll have a go.
If I had a second turn, I would have ran for it.
32. Yeah. Boom. Sorry. That's fine. We're done now.
Is that-
I'm gonna have to go, guys. I need to get ready for bed.
No worries. Take care, Lorraine.
In a bit. See you in a couple weeks.
See you later, see you later.
That was awesome, Aaron. Thank you.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I enjoyed it. I want. I like to say, I've got his hand. I want his hand as a trophy.
I feel like we end up procrastinating around the most simple of situations. So you must plan out a whole session, and we're just like half an hour on. yeah, we're just going to dick around with this dead body hand and have a little mess around.
Aaron, you muted.
Ah, god damn it.
That was
I
funny.
planned two different things, guys. I planned what happens if you guys put the body to rest and, you moved on, you know, what Donavich would say to you and all the information he'd give you and all the help and all, the secrets that he knows. And, because, like, there's a reason why they wanted Donavich to do the burgomasters, obviously. That's what they were saying beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
What would happen if you were, where you would go and maybe what you'd see and maybe the next steps and if you go to Vistani camp or if you decide to go off somewhere. I had all that planned, and then I kind of sat down earlier on and went, like, literally, I had all that. I had the map out. I was measuring out the travel, and I went, oh yeah, they've got to do combat first. No, we're going to be here all night. That was it. I was like, as soon as they, see something evil, I know they're going to attack it.
We've just done one of the three things on the checklist. We've done the church, and then we've still got to go get the second magic pie for Jules before we go to Screaming House.
Jules, I need a second magic pie.
You're addicted. You're an addict, mate.
No.
That's fair.
You're a moon pie addict.
He passed the check.
Oh yeah, of course you did. Yeah, good.
You're saying about addictions, they're just really nice pies, mate.
And technically, I went down there and I cast sleep to put him to sleep, not to kill him.
Yeah. Who did the first offensive? Yeah, classic.
Classic.
Oh, is that Strahd? Shoot his throat out. Yeah. Most people say hello. Aurelia took his juggler out. Is awesome.
I mean, what you did wasn't much better.
I was
I know. Let's put my blade to the fucking throat of the person that is here to claim.
I was hoping he'd let you all go. You know what I mean? And I could just slowly walk with her away to one side while you all run away around the other and hide in the church. But yeah, that would have been.
Hey, Marcus. Do you know what's even more fun?
Go on.
You did this.